Yeah.
Gosh.
Okay. Who would like to give the recap?
I'm in a hole.
Yeah, you can't.
Actually, I would like Corvus's recap of Corvus's stuff.
We can do that. But
I can,
recap
I can,
the
I can do
main
it
story.
and then give it to somebody else if we want.
Okay, go for it.
All right. I don't know if I'm giving it to you
Oh,
yet. Oh,
Becky,
hey.
good
Sorry.
timing.
Sorry about that.
It's okay.
All right. Just so everyone is aware before we start, Ali may be finishing every now and the game will likely run short as I am incredibly sick right now.
I am completely fine with that on today, Allie.
Yeah.
Because I am not doing that great either.
But I just want to get us a small session in, so.
If it's Sam.
Ah.
So, Sam, recap.
All
Go
right,
for it.
so the recap is basically we all got interviewed by the Shire Reeve, William Tillingham?
Tillman.
Tillman. All right. And he had with him a mage, Maris, and the two of them brought each of us into a separate room, set up a zone of truth, and asked us a series of questions, asking if what we saw happened. Did we see any signs of Captain Dale Edmonds, the guy in charge of the keep that was in Tarnstead? Anything we could tell them about the Goliath? Various different actions and things that happened, and if we could remember anything specific that the tribe was saying, any denoting markings, anything like that. He went through the majority of us with no problem, but unfortunately, one of the last questions he asked each of us that was present last week was, do you think anybody amongst you may have done something to cause this? And the follow-up, did you do anything to do this? And unfortunately, RG had to say maybe, because RG was very drunk in their dealings with the Goliath, which was the first that the group had found out that RG had been dealing with the Goliath. RG was taken into a holding. Gifton outed herself as a magic user, but it turns out her kind of magic didn't matter. And they more or less were like, "Daw, that's kind of cute that you think you're a thing." So the group, led by Thaldir, who revealed that he has history with an army. He basically didn't quite say that he wasn't involved with the Barast army, but he didn't say he was either. But basically, he's been missing in action for 200 years or something like that. Got into a confrontational thing with Mr. Tillman about RG's fate. The Shire Reeve explained to us that he was not against her at the moment, and that he was trying to prove her innocence as much as anybody, but things had to happen, and kind of ushered us back out and said he'd let us know. And Thaldir was very, very grouchy. The party sadly had to say goodbye to RG for the short term. Later on, RG was taken in for another interview where they didn't cast a zone of truth, and they basically ended up letting RG off the hook, but gave her the stern talking to of, but we'd really like you to sign up to be an adventurer and go back out and help with things as kind of a thing for this to make good for it, and that maybe you should take your drinking and stuff a little bit more intently as it's a thing that you should be managing. Then RG was returned to us. At the same time that was all going on, Gifton was let off to go see her family. She was reunited with her mother and her grandmother and Care, whom she has a long-standing relationship of not actually getting anywhere with. She went into the hospital room that they had in the barracks and had her final moments with her grandmother after unsuccessfully trying to save her life. She explained to her mom that, she'd been to the Fae and various other things and had been catching her up on stuff, and her mom seems pretty shocked. They found out that the two brownies, Gifton's mom and Care, had been basically revealed themselves to the Sinclair family and had gotten here with them, but they hadn't seen anybody else, it sounds like. They aren't really sure what they're going to do with themselves. And they also revealed that there were brownies in the capital city that apparently run around in the open. The little family had a sad night, wrote a report, and then rejoined the rest of the party. Gifton, trying to cheer everybody up and was happy that RG was returned to them, encouraged everybody that they should eat breakfast, have a bath, and then go sell the clothes that she had because she needs money and she wants to hand money out to people, and that was really important to her. And she was also trying to talk everybody into checking out this Adventure Guild thing and see if they could all sign up. Several of the party members, at least 2 of them, didn't sound like they were too keen on it and hadn't been showing much, and there had been no sign of Corvus, so there was kind of a little bit of stalling of maybe we should just look into it but not sign up yet. The party went out into the town. They found the tiny little so many things to say. They found the tiny little tailor shop. They made a deal with the tailor shop. Gifton needs to be there noon the next day to talk about doing custom orders, and she's going to bring her mother. And then various people split off. Cassiopeia had an incident at the temple to the god of death. I believe that is
Imor.
Imor, yeah. Imor's temple. There's something going on with the groundskeeper or the priest or something like that. Said some scary stuff at her, and she was very upset. After, RG went and found an amazing place to go eat and not drink, and Thaldir went and bought a whole bunch of smith hammers, air quotes, and dried off at a smithy. And
Just 2.
I don't know how many you bought. I wasn't paying attention. I do. It was more than
Many
one.
for her.
I think that's everything that happened.
That's about it.
And I summoned Grandma.
Oh yeah, you summoned Grandma with your scarf.
Yes. I can't summon Grandma.
I helped with the clothes.
Alright. Take your inspiration and distribute it to somebody.
Who doesn't have one?
I don't, but Blocky seems to go through them.
Oh.
Ooh. In that case, since Blackie's grandma's in town, he's already got luck on his side. Here, Cassiopeia.
You never know when you might need it.
Hey, after your foreboding thing that happened last session, you need this.
Melon juice.
Okay, so we left off with the party scattered about town.
Did Corvus get executed?
Oh yeah, Corvus is dead. I'll be introducing you to Marcus's new character soon.
Corvus Jr., here to avenge his father.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's how do you say? How would you? Oh God, how do you say Corvus backwards?
Corvus backwards.
Suvrok, yes.
Suvrok.
Savrak.
So,
We're gonna have Savrak.
I need to learn these names when you guys face your mirror universe selves.
Would Corvus's
Hard
mirror
for me to go
universe self be like a French version of Corvus?
Yes. Okay. So
I'd be Netfig.
So, Argy, you were having something nice to eat in the tavern.
Mhm.
And then you were at the smithy driving off. Cassiopeia, what did you do after your tantrum outside the temple?
I'm stomping back towards the keep, and I'm going to work on the cart.
Okay, you're going towards the keep. Okay. Carrick and Gifton, what were you doing after your tailoring?
Should I buy some more cloths or something, you think, Carrick? I don't know. We need to be around for your grandma, right?
She'll find me wherever I am.
Well, I mean, we don't want to go back to the keep yet, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna open the bag of holding.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to
I'm
go in the
gonna-
bag.
No, gonna check how much because I don't actually know how much she's used. So I don't know how much we have left in there for cloth and stuff.
I know how much I have. I have four outfits I can make left.
I mean,
I got some money, and I was thinking I could give like a platinum piece to everybody from what we just got, and here's yours, and
Thank
we
you.
could I can give one to Dingus, and I'm gonna give one to everybody. Dingus, here's your money. I'll put it in your bag. You can spend it on eggs and potatoes.
Don't let him swallow that.
Dingus excited.
Well, do you wanna just look around the shops maybe for a bit before we head back? Let's see if your grandma
We
shows up.
could. You can also see, what was the place Enrin said
Do you think they have any like
Any...
Oh, I was thinking, do you think they have any like fun shops that sell like she looks like Tinker toys?
Out of character, I'm thinking actual Tinker toys, like the ones you snap together with little balls.
I hate
Wooden
you.
ones. Well,
I mean, logistically,
probably.
that could actually be a thing there, because that's
Yeah, I know.
not
That
like
could
technology
actually
or
be a
anything.
thing. But
I
no,
know.
I was thinking more like little clockwork stuff.
Yeah, I figured that's what you
She's
meant.
never gotten to see clockwork stuff before. She just gets like, oh, shopping. We could just look around and see, because we need to find a whole bunch of shops that maybe we can bring everybody back to later when we need to buy stuff.
Yeah, and I mean, I guess we can also look around for the place that Enrin said he stayed here.
Okay, yeah, we should
Two
look.
dogs, I think he thought it was. He wasn't 100% sure, though, because it'd been so long.
I don't know. He never told me.
Yeah, he told me the 2 dogs, so I double-checked the list. There was question mark, though, because he couldn't remember for sure.
I'll be back in a minute. People are sitting outside my windows yakking.
Okay.
Right.
So,
Okay, so you guys are going to set off that.
Yeah, we're gonna go look around shops.
Okay, Augie. Right, your meal does not take nearly as long as their tailoring.
Yeah, and I figured.
So, yeah, you are able to have your nice meal in this nice tavern. What else do you want to do?
She'll probably actually just leave the tavern and start to wander down.
You're just going to look around, have an investigator.
Pretty much, yeah. She's not really got anything on her plate to do at the moment.
Okay, ping me a direction you wish to wander, because you were eating here.
I was at that square there, the yellow one.
In
So
fact,
probably head down this way towards the water.
okay, right. So you start to head down towards the water. You take this little side street here. As you go by, you see a church that actually has some familiar accoutrements to it, much like the one in Southwest Time. It's a church of Mairi. As you wander down, the housing over around this area seems a little poorer than the ones you've seen elsewhere in town.
The ghetto.
Yeah, vaguely ghetto-ish. Not poverty, but a bit rough.
Not great.
And then the smell of fish starts to increase as you head down towards the riverfront. However, that not quite poverty, but clearly poor housing is very much contrasted by a very opulent seeming building right here as you get towards the waterfront. However, it doesn't have the noble look to it so much as it just seems to be someone's built a very nice, expensive building. It's not a old keep or anything. It looks pretty modern compared to some of the places you've seen around here.
Argy's just gonna kind of cross her arms, look at it, tilt her head towards her and butter herself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Hell built a fancy house in amongst this smell.
Off over towards this area, you see people milling about, carrying crates, moving stuff, and looks like storage areas, warehouses.
Mm-hmm.
Along the you can see off onto the river. It's a rather large river, and there are some large boats fishing out there. Yeah, it's a bustling little dock. It looks like trade and fishing comes through here.
Mm-hmm. She'll just head down south across the docks, basically walking, looking. Not like being Snoopy, but just kind of touristy.
Yeah. You can wander across the docks. People seem to be ignoring you, must see. They're going about work. It's a very busy little area. You can see ships pulled up at the docks, cargo being offloaded. And, yeah. It's a bustling little trade district. You're able to wander about for quite a while. Nobody pays you much heed. If you're getting anybody's way, you might get a bit of a snap. Not particularly cruel, but just get out of my way, they're busy.
She'd probably use her dexterity advantage to try and make sure she's not in anyone's way.
Yeah. There are a few little places along the corner here, which you can sort of surmise that you noticed the road. It was, up there's the tailor shop. You can see a few shops along here. Typically, this is a more fishing-based shop right here. Sort of little general store, rods, bait.
Hmm. She's probably somewhere around either this alley or the one down this way. She'd probably start doubling back in towards the direction it came from.
Okay.
Like the middle again.
Towards the middle? Okay. Right. If you come up here, this road, you'll actually pass by this place, which, Valdir, how long were you intending to stay around the Smith?
He may be muted.
Not terribly long, but
terribly long.
Hopefully reasonably dry.
It was long enough to dry off.
Yeah, so that'll probably be at least 10 to 15 minutes at the very least. But
Not long enough for you to still be here, I don't think. But where were you planning on heading?
I had no indication otherwise. I think I wandered off when they were at the
Yes, we
tailors,
went inside to
so
talk.
And then
I'm
you
going to
wandered out
have to
here.
head back toward the tailors because that's the only other point of reference I have.
Okie dokie. Right. In that case, Argy, you come across a smith that's just working happily at their smithy. But there's not much of note there. And you're able to wander back onto the main street, where you see that little shrine of Imor once again.
Mm-hmm. She sees that, starts going up towards the middle, and then probably actually try and wander down this way.
Okay.
Looking
Right.
at it stuff.
What is it over there? Oh, yes. Okay. As you wander down there, you're coming over here, right?
Sorry, can you ping that again?
Down here.
Yeah.
Right. Most of the stuff along here is just general housing. There might be the occasional little stall or someone trying to sell wares out of there, basically in front of their home, but it's mostly homes. Until you get to here, it was hard to see in the night as you're coming through. You're all very tired and a bit rushed. But the signage out front of this inn is, in fact, the Twin Dogs. And it's a pair of identical-looking dogs sort of standing side by side on the signage, each peering off in a different direction.
I forget, did Carrick ever mention the name of the place to the group before, or?
I think I may have mentioned it in passing, but I prior also mentioned it wasn't 100% sure on if that was the actual name or if you're still around.
I was gonna say, I'll do just straight in check to see if she remembers that. Yes.
You recognise that it's not the exact name you're given, but it's close enough. Given the provider's age, it's not surprising that it's not quite exact. And this building itself is very, very old and rather run down looking at this point. The windows are dirty. The sign is faded and cracked. The paintwork isn't holding up. And most of the woodwork of the building looks like it's seen better days.
She's gonna make a mental note of that, and actually, since she found it, actually double back again and try and see if she can find Carrick and Gifton.
Okay, you wander back over there. Faldir, you end up sort of waiting outside for a little bit. You got to wait for them to finish up.
I'm fine with that.
As you're waiting, you see someone wandering down the street from this direction, past the big noble estate. It looks like someone just pushing a cart full of flowers and trying to offer them to passers-by. Flowers, these free copper? No, no. And they come over to you, and they just hold up what looks like to be common garden flowers. Good sir, handful of flowers for a lady love, a man love, a friend.
I'll pull out a silver coin and say, whatever this will get me, these look wonderful.
It's a young girl, and her eyes light up at that, and she grabs a few sort of handfuls of they're nicely arranged, even though they're common flowers. Of flowers, and she holds them out to you eagerly. How about these, sir?
Oh, these are beautiful. Where did you grow these yourself?
My mother grows them, sir.
Wow, you must have a wonderful land.
She smiles softly and nods. Thank you, sir. It's we're just outside of the town. She sort of gestures towards the north.
Maybe I will visit on my way through.
That makes her look a little nervous, but she smiles all the same and gives you a little curtsy. Yeah, certainly, sir.
Which one should I wear in my hair?
She actually looks you over, and then she actually picks out another flower from the cart. It's fuck moth.
Oh god, the killer
Wow,
moth flower.
what is this weird fantasy flower?
Oh crap! It's a random encounter in flowers. Shit. All right,
And
we have to
it's
fight a giant moth.
it's a light blue flower. Something name of flower, but she holds it out to you and smiles. I think this one would look nice on you.
I'm back.
Thank you very much.
She curtsies once more, and I assume you pay her.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes. She clutches the coin and tucks it away like this is rather precious.
Mhm.
You probably get on her more today than she does in most days of business. Would that be all, sir?
Oh, thank you very much. Yes.
Thank you, sir. You have a grand day, sir. And she curtsies again, and then starts to hurry off with her cart.
I'll bow slightly as she leaves.
That was like the cutest little NPC interaction. Aw.
Another silver piece from the players, yes.
Yes.
Argy, as you're walking down the street, a girl pushing a flower cart comes past you in a little bit of a sort of giddy rush. She seems quite excited. And you see Faldir down the street holding 3 fucking bunches of flowers.
You're muted, by the way.
So I am. Argy's going to look from one to the other and then just shrug and walk up with Elder. That looks nice.
I will hand Argy a bunch of flowers.
Oh, good.
Not
Wow.
all of the flowers, but you said there were 3, so
Yeah, a bouquet.
Yep.
A very crude bouquet, but
Kind of looking and goes, oh, good, flowers. You asking for something?
everyone should enjoy flowers.
I mean, that's a fair point. Just most of the time I usually have them usually got it mixed up in a liquid.
Sometimes it is nice to enjoy them in their natural state.
Fair point.
And by that, he doesn't mean alive on the ground.
No, that's unnatural. That's weird. When would you ever see flowers alive? That's weird.
Weird flex, but okay.
You both have to wait a little bit longer for Guston and Carrot to finish up, but there are little food stalls and such along the street. There are odd little nicks and nacks you can browse around. So it's not an entirely boring time, but it's a wait. Cassiopeia,
Yes.
you head back to the keep, yes?
Yes.
You wanted to work on your cart, yes?
Yes.
Right. You can see your cart. Klopp is actually stabled off with the other horses right now. But your cart's there. It's just sort of parked off along the keep's wall.
Hmm.
The guards let you back in with a sort of little nod. Thankfully, you're pretty easy to recognise.
Yeah. I'm a gigantic centaur.
So you want to go over and work on the cart?
I want to work on the cart.
Right.
I need something to burn off this excess anger.
As you start to pull bits and pieces off the cart, you get your tools out, you start arranging bits of wood. You can see a couple of the guards on the inside of the gate, sort of looking at you, chatting amongst themselves, and then one nudges the other, who sighs and wanders over a bit. Ma'am,
She looks up and locks eyes.
ma'am, I'm not sure you're allowed to do this.
Do what?
Construction in here.
She's going to set the cart back down to where it was. She's going to grab her stuff, toss it into the back. Fine.
He puts his hands up at the sort of snapback. I'm sorry, ma'am. You could maybe go ask the captain, the Shire Reeve. Just it doesn't happen, you know. Or I could go ask. He said he looks it looks like he's freaking out a bit that you're not replying.
She simply nods at him when he goes, I could go ask.
Okay, right. Yeah, I'll go ask. Be right back. And he wanders off. And you can see the other guard looking at him with a little bit of disgust, like, you fucking wimp.
You are being intimidated by a lady centaur.
Lady Centaur who could probably break the poor smuck over her arm.
Probably. I don't know. He's a trained soldier. We don't know what they're like.
Few minutes pass though, and then the keep doors open again, and you actually see the Shire Reeve there, and he sort of beckons you over with a finger.
And she's going
Finger
to
waggle.
politely walk over.
Right, can you work quietly?
Somewhat.
Keep it
It
down.
is.
Sure, you can work. Got something to deal with first though. You comfortable having someone released into your care?
Argy.
No, she's off somewhere, I believe. Aren't most of your folk?
Well,
you already know
they-
RG's free. We got her in the morning.
Oh, I thought. Did we?
Yeah, she went through our
Oh,
baths
okay.
with
I
us.
was,
I
was
forgot
there in
that.
the morning when you guys came. When you guys woke up.
Mr. Adalas.
Oh, the Mr. Doctor Man.
Yeah. I should note he is no longer considered a licensed professional, amongst my walls at least. Still, you willing to take responsibility for him?
Does that mean I get to beat him up if he steps out of line?
Not legally, no. He says, not looking too displeased by the idea, though.
And she's just going to turn her head and go, okay, so no visible bruises. Gotcha. Yeah, I'll take him.
Right, follow me, please. And he walks into the keep without really waiting to see if you're going to follow or not. He expects it,
Mm-hmm.
And he leads you in past the room you were staying and basically down the opposite corridor, deeper in. He leads you to what looks to be a small set of cells, not like the sort of barred area that RG was in, but actual solitary confinement areas, individual rooms. And Corvus, light finally enters into your room as the door is opened.
Yell
No.
at them.
Up you get. One of your companions is here to collect you.
Pulls his jacket over from his face and is like, all right.
As Corvus is getting up, William turns to you, Cassiopeia, and he says, right, you're welcome to work within the keep's walls, but I don't want to see him in here.
In the building or in the keep?
In the keep.
She's going to stop and look at Corvus.
Yeah.
And the split second of Caspia's mother surges through her head, and her hand instantly reaches out and snaps his ear and starts dragging him along.
Outrage! Do extra damage on it.
William watches you go, and as you're leaving, he just yells after you, do send one of your group to me in a couple of hours. I'll have housing arranged for you.
Yes, sir. And once that's done, I will move the cart so you don't have to hear anything to do with it. And thank you for not plummeling him too bad if that's what would have happened to him.
And as you're walking away, you do hear him turn and just start walking in the other direction.
And I'm going to just keep carrying him by his ear.
I must.
Don't
really
argue. I am in a bad mood right now. And I'm looking for anything to pummel, carve up, or just generally break.
There's very little to mess with the ear, but okay.
And I'm going to drag him out of the keep.
Okay.
By his ear. So
Right,
everyone can see.
What direction are you going? And Corvus, are you letting this happen?
Well, I'm not the strongest boy here.
Hey, but you're dexterous.
I am dexterous, but no, I'll let it happen.
Okay.
Under protest.
I'm assuming you're letting it happen under the guise that, or under the concern that she is in a bad mood, and you see what happens when she gets in a bad mood, and it's better to just go with this.
What direction, Cassie?
I'm going to drag her back to the tailor shop where I had left.
Okay, so
all the way through town, you monster!
a little more time has passed, arguing about here. You're standing out there outside the tailor shop. You could have grabbed a bite to eat from a street vendor or anything if you wanted, But what you see coming down the street, or rather here, is the clop, clop, clop of Cassiopeia's hooves. Her berating somebody, and some rather pain sounds that sound like your fair doctor. And then you see them rounding the corner.
I'm going to try to stifle a laugh. I believe that's a con check.
Actually, no, it's charisma. That's acting, actually.
Okay. Oh, wait, and it should be a saving throw, so... Well, I did even worse, so no, I am definitely not successful in stifling a laugh.
Cassiopeia, in fact, with that roll, you see a dwarf roaring uproariously at the sight of you coming down the road.
Argy's keeping a straight face, I feel.
That makes me just a little bit more angry because this is supposed to be a punishment, so I tighten down a little bit more on the ear.
Also, Argy and the dwarf are holding flowers for some reason.
Oh yes, when she gets close enough, I will present her with a bouquet of flowers.
She lightens up a bit as she takes the flowers. Oh, thank you. Is there a bench nearby?
No.
Okay, then I'm just going to hold him. Where's Skifton and Carrick.
Yeah.
We're
At this point,
out of
you guys
shore.
were wrapping up inside.
We are out of the keep. You can let go of my ear now.
I'm tugging up a little bit.
Ah!
At this point, you guys were wrapping up inside, and you were about to leave this tailor shop when you do hear all this racket outside, Gifton and Carrick.
What the heck's going on?
Argues
And-
with our best adult, but what in the hell are you doing to him?
Well, I have taken charge of him for the time being, and apparently whatever he did got him thrown out of the keep, and whatever licensing they give to doctors revoked.
Whoa.
I mean, I'm pretty sure the license is given by being in the military, and he kind of ran away from the town that was burning to the fucking ground like the rest of us.
Well, they didn't execute you. Congratulations. I don't think you're
Curtis,
twisting
are you
hard
okay?
enough, though.
Oh, and he's not allowed in the keep anymore.
Oh no! Well, Corvus works in the keep.
He's
so...
on his tippy toes, probably.
Cassiopeia, could you please let Corvus free, please? Pretty please.
You might want to switch ears.
I'm looking at him. The only reason I'm letting you go is because Gifton is so good at asking, and I'm letting him go.
Yeah. Okay. Well, Carrick's kind of tongue-tied at the moment because I think he's in the bathroom in a headspace area that we don't want to talk about. So
It's tongue-tied in a very different...
I managed to sell a bunch of...
Carrick's just fiddling with his scarf.
Yeah, Carrick doesn't want to be involved in any of this manhandling that's going on. I managed to sell a bunch of my clothes, but I have an appointment here tomorrow, and they want me and my mom to come because I might get a job doing custom orders. But here, and I got one for everybody, and she's gonna hand out a platinum piece to every person.
I'm going
damn.
to choose the prettiest flower I still have and hand it to Gifton.
Wow! This takes both hands.
I will make sure to do so
Do this after I hand out the money.
distributes the money, because
Wow, where'd
otherwise
you get
she
this?
would not
This is so
supposed to-
great. They used to grow in the... they used to grow near on the edge of the forest near Tarnstead. My mom's gonna love this. I can't wait to show her.
There was a little girl with a cart. They evidently live north of town.
Oh, they sell flowers? Oh, that's such a great thing. Why didn't we ever have anybody that sold flowers? Anyway, Corvus, Corvus, are you gonna be okay?
Physically,
We should go somewhere
yes.
where we can sit down and talk. Have you eaten?
No, that would be very much appreciative.
All right,
Maybe
With that,
I
when he's
want to
done-
find a doctor to examine your injury.
When Corvus says he hasn't eaten, Cassiopeia at that point had been smelling one of the flowers and takes a small bite out of it, chews a little bit, and points a flower over at him.
You just murdered that flower.
He looks at
No one else.
looks at Fabio. What? This wasn't lunch?
He's just going to look at the flower and look at guys. You get angry that people treat you like a horse?
Corvus rubs his eyes and is just like, oh.
But if he can't stay in the keep, then we can't stay in the
That's
keep.
something. That's
I
another
found-
thing. The Shire Reef is going to be arranging housing for us outside of the
Okay.
keep.
Well,
Oh, cool, because I found that place Carrick talked about at one point. It's a shithole.
Oh, well, I don't know if we want to stay there then. Carrick, in his mind space, where he's probably pooping, would totally agree with me and nod his head. I was going to take some of the leftover money and give it to, well, I was going to give my one to my mom, but make sure the Sinclair family's going to be okay, and I was going to use the rest to buy more materials so I could make more clothes, if that's okay. I think I did alright with it last time. I can, but I don't know where any of the shops are. Well, you can't go back into the keep, but they're gonna set something up for us outside the keep.
That is what he said prior to my escort.
Oh. Well, I guess somebody should probably go back and find that out, but we should probably find a tavern to go to first, so you have some place to sit down and wait. So that way you're not just standing around in the middle of the street where everybody's staring.
Yes, I am going to go find some place for a drink and some food.
Well, let's go together as a group.
I found a nicer place up towards the north part of town.
Then let us go there.
I don't think we're allowed to break into the estates.
There's an actual, tavern.
Of course.
Yeah,
Okay.
we can go there.
I thought he was just going to start leading him back to the place where she already went to eat.
Alright.
Okay. So you start leading them back up. Which direction are you going to get there?
Probably just back up the main road past the
Okay, past the
Church of Salon.
just on. Okay.
Up
Alright.
that road, 'cause
Oh, and
So-
also to describe what I'm doing with my coinage, basically I am strapping it to my back using my long rope because I have air quote 50 feet of rope, but it
Nice.
is like probably 5 feet of thread.
50. Yeah.
So you're like carrying the backpack with all the jingling pots and pans behind
Yeah,
it.
I have like that, but I've got it kind of strapped on me and Dingus, but it's all webbed around from all the ropes I'm tying.
Dingus will actually, once you're upon Dingus, then clamber up on Carrick.
Odd.
And he's Dingus is beeping at you about your scarf. Pretty like.
I'm gonna pat him on the head.
And yeah, you all wander up past the rather large Church of Talan. Up to does
The
anyone
Treasure
know
of Talon, the
name?
name of the building, the big pink one.
No. This one, this number 5 is the Church of Talan.
Okay, that's the
Yes,
yeah.
the big pink one is the rather fancy noble estate.
Yeah.
The biggest pink one.
Yes.
Yeah,
Biggest
that's
of pink.
Does it have
Well,
like those
there's
big
a couple
wrought
other
iron like fencing that you can kind of look through? Gifton's
Yep.
like looking through it, going, "Whoa."
Okay, I'm gonna ask you a quick question.
I'm Addy.
Just because I think it may have been when I was AFK or like different colors that suddenly appeared.
They've been there.
The red and the green.
They've
Been
been.
there.
If
Okay.
you look at the
They've
top,
been there.
Lucky, there's a key. The green means the warehouse
Oh.
district. The red means the market district.
Yeah, it's always been there.
Okay, I'm slow.
It's okay. All right, but we're going up here. Is that right?
You're going. Yep, up there. Now, does anyone remember the name of this place?
Yes, I do. It was the meaty soup bone.
That's correct. All right.
I get nothing for that.
No.
Is that because you named it?
Yes,
Yes.
it's because she named it.
Also, I wrote it down because I was
That was
also-
keeping track of everything.
That
I
was
think
the
you
food
guys
place.
do have draw
Right.
permission on this map, so if you actually want to mark stuff yourself, you're
That was the
welcome to.
food place, right?
Yes,
that-
it's the very nice food place.
Foodie soup.
It's the Ye Olde Gastro pub.
Archie did
Gastro
also,
pub.
to catch you up, by the way, Blackie, Argy did also mention she found the place that you had mentioned, what's the name told you about,
It won't
and
let
that it's a
me-
shithole.
It won't let me do the typey type.
That's what?
A shithole.
Ah. Okay, so probably not going there.
Yes, Argy found the twin dogs, and it was run down. But
Unless
it
we
is
find
funny.
out that there is another dogs here, and that's the wrong one.
It's true.
Hilarious.
Okay. Yep, you're able to head in. It's a busy little place. And Cassiopeia makes finding a sort of table a little trickier because you got to find one with that's not off in a corner somewhere she can actually sit. You know.
Mhm.
But eventually, you find some clear space, and you're able to sit down for a very nice meal if you so wish. I'm not sure you want to eat again, Argy, but maybe you do.
I'll get something for Dingus, so I'll wave down whoever the server is. Excuse me.
as when you're entering, Dingus's nose is stuck right up in the air, sniffing frantically, and it is very nice smelling in here. There's the smell of cooking meats, just all those delicious scents.
All right, Dingus, if you see anything you want, give me a picture in my head, okay? No, not
Dingus.
Everything. Stop.
Dingus is flashing you with an array of things he thinks he can
No,
smell.
one thing you tried today. One thing.
You get the mental image of a meat egg.
What?
I don't know if they make
Scotch
that.
A Scotch egg.
Yeah,
Out of character.
All right. Well, apparently it's on a dish somewhere that he's seeing, so we'll order.
Yeah.
the
So
meat egg.
what you're picturing, what you get in your head is, in fact, this ball of breading and meat.
Mm-hmm.
But you're also getting the weird impression of egg as well from his mental imagery.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna,
Very incorrect in your
I'm
mind.
gonna.
Is he flying or is he on the top?
No, he's attached to you.
I'm assuming. I'm gonna look around the room and see if I can find anybody that's got whatever it is you wanted.
Perception check.
Oh.
On the plus side, you have the high ground.
I do have high ground. Unfortunately, everyone is a block for me. Alright, perception.
Well, I mean, not the halflings and the
No.
Yeah, you have no idea.
Okay, meat egg. Carrick, is there some kind of a meat egg dish that you see anywhere?
I'm gonna guess that I probably know what this is.
Yeah, I'll let you know what it is.
Please
Are we
help.
gonna say Scotch egg is the name of it, so we don't have to come
Yep.
up with something?
Alright.
Like a meat egg, like
It's like an egg
in
wrapped
the
in
shape of
something
an
with
egg?
meat and things. It looks like it's cooked inside, maybe. I don't know. He's giving me a weird image.
a Scotch
Dingus?
egg.
Yeah, sure. Think show it to Carrick.
Yep, you are getting the mental image of a Scotch egg.
Yes, there's a Scotch egg.
He wants that.
Okay,
We'll eat that.
I'm pretty sure he probably wants his own.
Dingus bobs his head really enthusiastically.
Alright, he gets his own.
I'm more figuring that way you get your food too, because otherwise he's gonna eat all yours.
How about I also get one, and he can have whatever I can't eat.
Okay.
Alright.
Dingus
Like that,
is bobbing
Dingus?
his head even faster. In fact, you're at risk of being thrown off here.
Can Corvus flag down if there is a waiter or waitress, or is it just...
There's a few atypical bar wenches wandering about.
Ellie,
I'm Ellie.
can I use tavern cat?
No, but I will
I'm
give
sorry.
you advantage on any dealings in here.
I like the idea that there's motions
And
waiters
actually,
there.
what wanders over to you is a slender woman wearing a very typical, barmaid's outfit. However, she is red-skinned, and there are a long pair of curling horns coming off of her head.
Hello!
Oh, hello there, little one. Can I help you, folks?
He says that it's called Scotch eggs, and they're really good, and we need 2 of them.
Okay, 2 Scotch eggs. Okay, right, yes.
I don't know what the rest of you guys are eating.
I honestly, anything that you may have that is hearty and filling, whatever any of my fellows here will like, and let's just say a round on everyone. For me. From me.
Okay, can I recommend you the rib roast? It's very, very good.
Sure.
Okay. Right, round of drinks. Any preference on ale types? We have honey meads, we have wines.
A honey mead for myself. The rest of you, pick what you like.
I like milk.
Oh, a milk. Okay, a milk for you.
You're gonna share a milk with me, Dingus.
I'll do a red wine, and I'll do the rib roast, please.
Rib roast. Okay. Anyone else? We have a nice pheasant dish today. We have our usual pork rind, pork belly, lots of pork, in fact.
Wait, what was the first pork one you said? Out of character.
Pork rind.
As in pork skin?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, pork skins.
Yeah.
Just
Nice.
imagining just a giant.
They
piece
do.
sitting on a plate.
Yeah, they do crackling.
Crackle, crackle.
The Mexican
Delicious.
restaurant I go to they do like massive ones and that they sell.
I
in
think
the
I'm
bag.
distracting Blackie.
You
Yeah,
are.
you very much are.
Like pork rinds are tasty.
Calm down, Lucky.
Put Tabasco on them.
No,
Really
no,
good.
both
Salt
of you
and vinegar.
stop.
Salt and vinegar.
Yeah.
That's
Or
all right.
the mutton leg is also very nice. We do a nice mint sauce with it.
I'll just take bread.
Bread?
Water.
Okay. What kind of bread do you want, darling?
Anything, that's alright.
Okay.
He likes rye.
Rye bread. We've got
Just
rye.
like my wit.
Okay. What about you, Mrs.? She says, looking at Cassiopeia and Argy.
Cassiopeia holds
eat
out
it.
her hands.
One at a time, please. She points at Argy.
I already ate. I'm good.
Oh, yeah, you were in here earlier, weren't you? I saw
She told us
Thomas
it was a
serving
really
her.
great place to eat.
Oh, I appreciate you spreading the word. And she
Argy
winks at Argy.
Gives a thumbs up
Can I get a drink for you, love?
and winks back.
Yeah, can I get a drink for you, love? She says to you, Argy.
Something juice, I guess.
A juice? Sure.
Yeah.
And what about you? She says, pointing at Cass.
Cassiopeia holds out her hands. The biggest salad you have.
Salad. Not really off there, but I'm sure I can rummage something up for you.
Just do a bunch of pork in a bowl and call it salad.
Delicious
actually-
meat salad.
What about a plate of roast potatoes and beetroot and radish? It's not
Fruit.
quite a salad, but afraid we don't really do that.
If you have a couple apples, I'll take that too.
Oh, yeah, apples. We can certainly do apples.
And what you just suggested.
Right.
And can I get drink. I'll just take a glass of wine.
Glass of wine? Okay.
Did you almost say soda?
No.
Right. Anything else for you folks?
I'm good, thank you.
I think that's.
Also, you're very pretty.
Oh, thank you, love. You're very, very darling as well.
Gibson has finally gotten first compliment. She might not be ugly.
Right. That's all, folks. I'll get your orders in, and you should be with you soon enough.
Thank you.
And she wanders off, and she doesn't. She comes back soon after with your drinks, which are placed down on your table, and then she's off again.
I'm gonna rummage through my pots and pans and get something to get some of the milk and let Dingus at it.
I don't think I'm gonna
Yeah,
have to. Work in
it does
this
look like
one.
she did bring you the smallest little cup they have
Yeah.
of milk, but it's
I'm
still
basically using Dingus as a boost so I can get up to the rim.
Yeah.
And then I'm scooping an armful out with into my little mug and then carefully getting back down.
Yeah.
Then I'm like, drink. So, Corvus, what happened? I mean, you didn't do anything bad.
Bad is in the eyes of whoever demands good or bad.
She frowns. I don't understand.
Well, put it simply, I was the garrison's medic. I found more importance to try to save my father instead of run headlong into certain doom. So I deserted, essentially.
Oh.
I had more... Put it simply, I had more loyalty to my family than to the garrison.
And they're punishing you for that? They're punishing you for that?
That would have been my head, to be honest. But it seems like our
No wonder the army's
contributions...
scary.
Yes. It seems that our good deeds at Southwestheim has given me some reprieve of that, and I can still have my head on my neck. So that is good, I suppose.
What will
But
you do now?
I would do the same that I do before. I am still a doctor, and just not in the sense of the military's doctor. It's all up here in my brain, all up there.
Oh,
And
you never mentioned your dad before. Did you manage to get him?
9. I did not. No. Well, I got him. But we ran into one of those things there, the Goliaths, and before I could resolve myself to do anything, he told me to run and
Oh,
cussed
Corvus, I'm
the
so sorry.
Goliath out. the most wit he had since before.
I'm so sorry, Corvus. I didn't know.
No, it is fine, and this right now is for my father, that put me in a right mindset to do what I do, and this is why it's on me. So drink up, eat. This is a new life for me, and I'm guessing a new life for all of us. To be fair.
I think we're still trying to figure out what everybody's doing. I might get some work from the local tailor, which should be kind of good. They said because I'm weird that it makes my clothes worth more money because I'm not normal.
I'm good. The word wasn't weird.
I miss this, but
Gifton went and sold some of her clothes to the tailor.
The ones she made.
Yes.
Right. I was guessing the platinum was from that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Nice.
And because they're made by brownies, and sounds like there are not that many around here. Looking down at Gifton.
I just shrug. I'm not from here.
I think
It's probably like the ones that were in Tarnstead, where, up until the place freaking burned to the ground, we didn't really know they were there.
They wouldn't talk to anybody that was in the open, because that would be wrong. And we don't really have word that passes from city to city, because I don't know if you understand how good of a distance it is.
Yes. I don't know if your base is some way to watch out for others when they come around. I mean, with
not
the
that I
refugees.
know of. I mean, those of us in Tarnstead, I don't think we've seen a stranger in. I don't know. I'm actually kind of worried about our gene pool being really limited.
Well, I thought.
I say out of character.
Well, if we go into the pointed squares, we could work that out for you.
I figured with the refugees here, you said that some of your others were here, right, Gifton?
Yeah. Yeah.
You said your mom was here.
Yeah.
I figured that if there were brownies around, they would have.
You met Care and my mom
today. Yeah. But I figured that if there were any brownies around, wouldn't they have?
They didn't
snuck
meet anybody.
Around?
No, they were staying in the keep because my grandma was dying.
Killing Alley.
I don't think they got out very much.
If we say the DM, do we get extra experience?
No.
No experience.
I did hear though from the various people we've talked to though that there's supposed to be brownies up at the capital city, and my mom and Kara were talking about going up there because there are apparently brownies that live out in the open in a tinker shop, and they can do stuff up there. But I was hoping maybe they wouldn't live so far away. So I was
that
seeing
might be why the tailor is so excited to get clothes from you. That's a big thing. That might be a big thing around here too. Then.
Yeah. But I was thinking we could sign up to be the adventure thing like Archie's gonna do. I don't know if you guys want to do that though, but we could look into it and we could talk about it as a group maybe. I was thinking if we don't like it, we could find out if we can quit. So, like, maybe we try it, and if it's not any good, we just don't.
Allie, I might have missed that, but did William, direct Corvus to do this as well, or was that?
He mentioned that that your companions might be, and that he doubted that they'd abandon you, but that he felt sorry for them that they'd have a man of your loyalty accompanying
Right.
them.
Okay.
Ooh.
Well, to be fair, logistically, army-wise, the guy ain't wrong for that.
No,
It's
yeah.
rude as hell to say. From
Yes,
his
he was
perspective-
not polite with Corvus.
Yes.
Yeah, I was gonna say, from his perspective, bad shit happened.
Also, in the middle of your conversation, you are suddenly interrupted by the tiefling maid coming up with a few plates. And here you go, folks. We've got the rest coming on their way.
Wunderbar.
Rib roast, your lovely veggies, dear. Oh, here you go, your Scotch eggs.
Oh, thank you so much.
Do you need any utensils or?
I'm gonna pull out my tiniest utensils. I got this.
Okay, oh, marvelous, grand. All right, be right back with the rest. And she wanders off again.
Thank you.
I'm gonna let Dingus at that Scotch egg.
Argues actually, it's like, I wonder if they actually have utensils their size, because that might actually be a good indicator that everything exists.
The doctor and the keep seemed very unversed with us.
I mean, yeah, but being in the keep compared to just the tavern being usually is two different.
Also, she did look very uncertain when she was offering that. Like, I will go find something, maybe.
Like a toothpick.
I got like a toothpick somewhere, and
Yeah,
you
I'm
see-
offering more of politeness than, surety that we can actually do something about this.
Yeah.
You grab a file.
Well, I will say that if Argy is one to do this adventuring thing, I would like to join on that, I believe.
Hey.
Hey,
It's
I-
like going to be a good way to get some experience and actually see the world in that.
Right, yes. It would be-
And
Nice.
we can come back up and visit my mom wherever she goes, right?
from what it sounded like, who was telling us?
The
We're not.
sheriff had asked that, trying to apparently get a. Basically, they're going to be making a counter move against the Goliaths. And they want more people to go with for that, but.
Oh, sorry to interrupt again, loves. Here's the rest of your food. Okay, lovely dwarf friend. I know you did want to adjust your bread and such, but here is a little plate of butter. I recommend you try it. It's made by us. It's lovely.
Oh wow, they make their own butter here.
thank you.
Yeah. All right, all of you enjoy. If you need me, just give me a holler.
What's your name?
How
My name is Marissa.
Marissa. How much would this be?
I'll get you bill at the end of your stay here. Hopefully, you'll drink a bit more. Huh?
Well,
We get a free guy named Bill.
Nice. We get to
And
get the Annabelle.
she grins and
Oh, damn, we
gives
can
it
sell his
away
hat.
and moves on off.
Yes, I saw the power move there of bring us our drinks first. I noticed that move.
Well, it is the standard waiter.
Very strong energy.
It is the power move of the waiter though. Of
It's the
I would
strong
like you
energy.
to drink more, please.
So you're gonna go, but anyways, yeah, they're planning a counter move thing. That's what he was saying, that he's hoping I could convince you guys to go, but I've thought about it, and I don't think, like we are presently, we'd be much more than a liability.
Not so much a liability per se, but
I
a
mean,
means
given the
to,
way those Goliaths were before, I
well,
don't think we could do much better than maybe hoping that one of them dies from pointing and laughing at us when we get murdered.
they want to send us, you, in before they send their armies, before they want to send their own.
Of course, they think we're expendable.
And for all intents and purposes, yes.
I mean, it's also a general thing from what I've heard. Adventurers usually are a little more competent in their smaller groups than a larger scale endeavor. And she looks at him with no offense.
No, that's fairly accurate. A lot of people in the army don't know what they're doing.
Well, I mean, like, the big thing for me would be, and she kind of smirked for a second at the thought of that. How much control do we get over taking jobs, and how much control do we get over not taking jobs? Because I wouldn't want to be, like, told I have to do bad things and go places, you know? I'd rather just not get paid if I
Allie,
don't do it.
would I know much about this, and because of my family?
You can give me a roll, actually. Just give me a straight intelligence roll. With advantage.
Straight intelligence. At least it's not bad. As soon as it wants to do anything.
Okay, so adventurer is just another fancy term for mercenary in the end. I know, shocking revelation, right? Now, it's a little different for your family because you're actually organized as a recognized company, and that affords you different dealings
Statuses.
and status, and basically just how you're treated. But in general, a mercenary and adventurer would get to pick and choose what jobs they take. Argy's endeavor, if it involves the military, would likely be a long-term contract, and thus that would actually require certain workings and such. You would probably be expected to stay around for a certain time, obey certain orders as if under their jurisdiction. But nothing's to say that if you're going down north with them, that you have to sign that contract. You could negotiate something else. You could. There's wiggle room. But becoming an adventurer does not mean you have to serve anybody. It just means you pick your jobs, and if that job is a contract, that's your choice. But if you want to do that or not.
And if I remember you correctly, earlier you said there is the potential in case of a massive deployment of being called up.
Yes.
Okay.
But that is basically to the point where the general populace is probably being conscripted anyway.
Yeah, I was just say that sounds more like draft time.
Yeah.
Than
It's just they suddenly have a list of capable people.
Yeah, who are good at operating in small units for extended periods of time.
Yeah.
Without much oversight.
They will basically be the first pickings in a draft.
Cassiopeia is going to go, well, we would have the freedom to pick and choose as we wanted. They might try to foist a boilerplate contract on us, but as adventurers, we have a lot, and I mean a lot of wiggle room to get out of it. My family's mercenary company has a bit more oomph behind their word because they have a lot more people, but in general, they can't make us do anything. We can go with them and we can negotiate to go with them, but they can't simply say, sign here, you're ours. They can do that, but that I think requires a act of the monarchy.
Oh.
Are you sure you want to look into adventuring family here and calm, quiet life? It's going to be less problem, less life-threatening danger, and you're certainly going to run into things you'll never forget. for your lifetime that may haunt you.
But while I was in Tarnstead, I was kind of hidden away from my family. But now that I'm further north and people recognize my name, my family's going to eventually catch wind of me, and my mother may come looking, and I'd rather be moving.
The question was generally directed at everybody from the way.
Okay. I thought that was
But
directed back at me.
that it doesn't.
I mean, you answered
That
your
answered
side of
yours.
it.
Just
Um,
to let everybody else know if they
That-
wanted to answer it. Yeah.
I mean, we kind of saw and heard things we're never going to forget already.
There'll be more.
So why not add to the pile?
And
Allie's great at coming up with horribly devastating things to happen to us.
I thought you were going to say something about like she had piles or something. I'm like, wait a second, you're supposed to say that about the GM.
No. That was in character. It's like, oh, just add more to the pile.
Gifton kind of frowns. I spent the last 3 years just watching everybody in town live their lives. I kind of wanted to do a little bit more, and I got my chance right now. And if I don't take it, I might as well just go south with my mom, and we go try and find everybody in the woods. And I don't even know how that'll end, because something else might find us in the woods, or we might never find them. I'd rather go with you guys.
It's a dangerous life being an adventurer. We're hurt. If we die, your family may never know what happened.
I mean, you already looked through one scenario that could happen, anyways. So far, you're batting 1-0.
Well, it's only me and my mom left, so.
And your friend.
And care, yeah. If anything happens to one of us when we're out, we might never know.
We'll be forced to make tough decisions. Sometimes we won't be able to save people.
Gifton.
We'll see others die.
If I recall, the sending stones.
Yeah.
You can give one to your mother, and you can keep one that is tied to it.
I don't think they have that.
They're far range.
They don't have that far of a range though. Sending stones are like 500 feet.
Yeah, I thought it was 3, but
yeah, like it's something really short. Would that work? I thought they had a much shorter range than that.
I'm pretty sure we discovered before they didn't work that far.
Yeah.
Range is actually unlimited.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I was going to say.
You're
They
thinking
go
of the
through
Vox Machina
planes.
stuff.
Oh,
Yeah.
they have the Vox Machina stuff. Okay.
I honestly wasn't sure. I thought
wasn't
there
sure
was
either.
But
I thought it was like within a certain.
I wasn't
range.
going to say anything because I heard unlimited and go between planes. So.
Okay.
Yeah, because I think it's actually the
I
equivalent
mean, yeah,
of the
I guess I could
spell.
message her
Yes, it
every
is.
day with one, but they're kind of big.
Magical
One
item.
of us could carry it for you, but you would always have.
Oh man,
that
could you imagine
contact.
that we end up using it and it ends up getting to our size? No one could ever use these grains of sand again.
So,
No,
you see,
different kind of figures it goes big enough to hold again.
Yeah.
it would have to be, you'd have to hand it to us.
yeah, it'd be difficult to find. Oh, I dropped it. Oh no.
My contacts.
I could just imagine the fun of that day. I know I dropped it around here someplace.
Just pat your hand and hopefully it'll enlarge. I can't finish that sentence.
I mean, yeah, that might work. We could try doing that, but that kind of uses the set up. Are you guys okay with that?
I mean, they're not really using for much right now, anyways.
Okay. Well, I was gonna see if maybe this nice tailor man that's interested in my work will hire my mom and maybe care to do stuff, because my mom's a better tailor than me. She's always been really, really good. So I was hoping that might work out. But I'd like to go with you guys, even if it's just to try it. I don't know if I'm gonna like hold you back though.
Eh.
Of course not. Are we sure this is what we wish to do?
For now.
And to go to them. Go back there.
I don't know if I want to go back there, but I want to sign up and see what we can do.
I was signing up at the least, because at least then we're registered and it's not, we have to get to every town and get permission to do crap like.
And then, like, if there's
last
bandits
time.
or something on the road, we could do something about it and not get in trouble.
Mhm.
Or if there's kids that are taken by, and she thinks,
Bad people.
selkies or sylphs, and we have to go play them a song in order to get them back. It's okay.
Are you just kind of thinking about? I'll be honest, we have to play anything a song. I think it's rude.
We only know rude songs, but that's okay because rude songs are the best ones.
And if anything were to happen to any of you, I will do my utmost to all my knowledge. Because that is what I have to keep you all alive and in good health.
Well, I'm in.
And he will take his honey mead stein or mug and kind of hold it out.
Audrey shrugs and lifts her stein of juice.
Stein of juice seems so weird.
Yeah,
that's all she has.
Carrick Shinner lift his glass of wine. I'm in.
Gibson's gonna lightly hold up her tiny mug of probably empty because she probably drank all that already. she'll like fumble around, grab her mug, and hold it up and go, "Weird traditions."
Yeah, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense why this gets done, does it?
Caspupia is actually going to hold up the giant bowl of potatoes and whatnot and tap everyone's glasses with it.
Oh God! Don't let
Gibson
him
doesn't like the splash zone.
Don't let him see those. Don't let him see those.
Has Thaldia?
Me?
Me?
Don't do it if you don't want to, Thaldir.
This is your decision. And we'll make sure that you'll survive as long as I can.
Well, to us and to all of those who came, the survivors of Tarnstead, and to those that have fallen, let us all try to do our best in the days ahead.
I look over at Dingus. Dingus, are you in on this? Dingus agreed.
Dingus is drowned.
Dingus says, lifting his head out of the centre of the Scotch egg, which he has borrowed through, and is currently chewing on yolk.
He's happy.
But he bobs.
For Tarnstead.
For Tarnstead.
Or Tarnstead.
For Tarnstead.
That sounded so unhappy.
The sad cheer.
Cass from Cass.
Yeah, Tarnstead.
Yay.
Hey, waving a little flag. Where did she get those tiny pom-poms?
Who should go back to the keep? Because you said that the Mr. Tillman wants one of us to go back.
Yeah.
I'll do it, but maybe it would be best to bring Carrick with us.
Can I go? I want to see my mom, and if we're getting kicked out of the keep, I want her to know what's going on. Can I get a set of those stones?
I'll come up to him, because I should probably explain to him.
Shouldn't leave Corvus here by himself.
I mean, he pitched me a thing, and I'm telling him basically we're not doing part of it, and I should probably tell him that firstly, since then.
I don't know. Cassie seemed to have a pretty good grip on handling Corvus.
Yeah, and
Well, I am not allowed back in the keep, so I think I'll stay here for the evening.
Cassie, can you make sure he doesn't get into any trouble?
He's chugging his honey meat as he finished saying
Ah.
that.
I'll sit on him if he gets out of hand.
Please do not break any ribs.
Thank you, Cassiopeia.
He's the only one who knows how to deal with that.
Also,
Well, in that case, you should use the experience.
Also, I had started trying to work on the cart, and then they stopped me, and I think I may have scared one of the guards. And she's smiling sweetly.
Do you want me to apologize to him for you?
Oh no, I'm just letting you know in case the cart's still slightly disassembled. It should be movable.
Yeah, I think Thaldir has a really good relationship with the Hell Beast, and he can probably get it hatched up to be able to take it with.
Hell beast?
What the hell, dude?
Clop.
Do you mean Clop?
The one with the iron stompy shoes!
They both do.
I'm going to briefly
Wait,
point
is it?
towards
He's
his
going to respond by
puppy.
jerking a thumb at Cass. It's like, Cass?
Maybe both.
So many people pointing at Cass right now.
No, Cassiopeia never
Cassiopeia-
did a warning stomp at me.
Yeah.
Cassiopeia, while she's sitting there mowing into the bowl of stuff, the front left hoof comes up and just kind of waves.
Yeah, there's actually a visible shudder.
Clop's a sweetheart. Yep.
Gifton, since you want to go up to the keep and I am not allowed, here you go. This is the stone to Carrick.
Oh, thank you. Ah, it's heavy!
You say it first, and then it slowly starts to shrink in your arms.
Oh,
It's melting.
One other thing. Corvus,
Yes.
give them a copper piece.
Whom?
Whoever's going back to the keep to sign up.
well, we're not gonna sign up yet. We don't know where the sign up is, and we probably need to. We probably need all of us for that.
I'm pretty sure we did the sign up with the Shire.
Yeah.
Yeah, and as he's not allowed in the keep,
I have coppers.
no, take his.
So Corvus will reach from behind his long coat and reach into the coin purse that he has, and then pull out a copper piece.
Okay.
But I will try to do it where you don't hear how much is in there.
No one
Oh,
hears the
fuck.
tumbleweeds.
Crash.
Okay, so
Accidentally
Corvus
throws the bag
actually
on the
no,
table.
he accidentally knocks his coin purse off of his belt, and it lands on the floor. Is this heavy, Corvus? Is this light?
It's heavy.
Okay, and there's a large chunk of coins.
Well,
It appears
Whoa.
you're buying us dinner.
that was the
I was
intention.
just saying, didn't he say that?
They just did.
He reaches down, puts it on
For
the table.
quite a while.
Dingus, do you want to stay here and eat, or you want to come with us?
Dingus sort of like clutches his Scotch egg with his wings, like he really wants to finish it,
All right.
but he meeps loyally at you, like
I go.
let go with Gifton.
Well, you could stay here and watch out for Cassiopeia and Corvus for me, and then I'm gonna take Carrick and Thaldir really quick to go talk to my mom, and then we'll be back. Okay?
Dingus looks warily at the big horse lady and the scary Dr. Man, but he sort of slowly bobs his head and then
You
takes
have
a
to
slow
make sure
bite
that
out of his Scotch egg.
Corvus doesn't do anything illegal. He's under arrest
Or get too drunk.
by us.
Dingus,
Maybe
would you like another?
Dingus looks down at his Scotch egg and then looks at the barely touched Gifton Scotch egg. And then bobs his head excitedly. Yeah.
And thusly Corvus was bankrupted by just a
Allie?
pseudo.
Maddie.
As they're getting ready to leave, Argy is going to actually lean in and whisper something to Dingus as well, and I'm sending you a thing on Discord for what she's whispering.
Okay, is anyone trying to perceive what she's whispering?
I'm not.
Nope.
I don't want to know.
Nope.
No.
Caspia probably has an idea. Keep eating.
Don't get my pseudo dragon so fat I can't fly on him, you bastards.
Dingus is gonna give Argy a tilted head, and then Dingus is going to wander over to Cassiopeia, still dragging Scotch Egg along, and beep at the potatoes on her plate.
Told you not to let him see that.
Are you asking for a potato?
I'm gonna go over to the edge
Is
of
that
the
a
table
hairball?
and go, "Hey, Feldir, can I catch a ride? Or we can walk really slow."
I'm
No,
making
come
sure
on.
my backpack's closed in a way because
I'm going to poke one of the potato pieces I have and put it on his plate.
Okay, he's gonna alternate taking bites of the potato and the Scotch egg. He's a very happy little pseudo dragon right now.
I'm actually going to put a little bit of the beet radish on his plate as well. Try that.
He sniffed at it, takes a bite out of it. There's that.
Back on your plate.
Yeah. And then hisses at it.
Oh, come on. It's not that bad.
Pretty bad.
just give him horseradish.
I
Then
redo my coin pouch.
Okay. Right. So
yeah, you have the little pseudo dragon meep, and the horse lady just like nay.
as a few of you are starting to get up and such, the tiefling comes over and is like, "Yeah, you ready to go, folks?"
We're gonna be coming back, but they're gonna stay here. But they can we should probably pay for ours before we go.
No.
Are you paying individually or as a group?
I will pay.
Okay.
Oh, you're paying for everyone?
Yes.
Okay,
And,
there'll be
do you have rooms here?
I'm afraid we're not an inn, dear. We're just a pub.
Where would I catch a room?
I know that the Twin Dogs has some space. Or you could try the King's Mercy, but she sort of sucks in through her teeth.
What was the name of the first one?
The Twin Dogs?
Did that place? It doesn't look well kept outside.
They're on rough times. They haven't had any particularly good elves as such lately. Their regulars are sort of up and off, but the keeper's getting rather old. Frankly, I think he's just going to have to set up soon.
Oh, Gifton's giving sad eyes.
We'll go there.
We will stay. I believe that's where Henry said he stayed.
Gifton has the softest heart of, oh, they're falling on hard times.
Well, then, when you get done with the keep, I guess the three of us would be at the Twin Dogs if we're not
Okay,
here.
I'll pay for my room when I get there.
Yes.
I think you need
Gifton has expectations of having her own room.
Well, I mean, if it sounds like it is, you probably would have a problem with that.
Yep.
Wait. Can we find a drawer? That might work.
Alright, I'm Thaldir surfing my way back to the keep.
How does that work?
So, how much?
Like hiding
on
the beard?
Well, if you're paying for your whole group, she pulls out her little sort of listing. That'll be 3 gold pieces, my dear.
3 gold and 1 for yourself.
Very kind. Thank you very much. You folks staying? Do you need any more drinks? She says, looking at the couple of you that are sticking around.
Another drink.
Certainly.
Cassiopeia?
She looks down at the still full glass of wine. Can I get like a stein of the honey mead and berries if you have any?
Oh yeah, sure. Be right with you. And she hurries off. And the rest of you are departing for the keep.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. Right. It's starting to get a little late in the day now, because you guys did sleep in, and then you spent the day doing all this. So the roads are a little less bustly as you walk up them, but still active. I mean, by now in Tarnstead, people have started to actually just head home, and the streets are quieted down completely. But here, there is still activity. But you're able to make your way up to the keep. You, as a group, are recognised by the guards.
I wave at the guards as we go in.
Yeah, who do let you in, but they do seem to be checking your number.
Number?
They have been. How many of you there are? Who there is?
Who isn't there? That shouldn't be there.
Yeah.
More than anything else, I'm guessing.
Yep, they are keeping an eye out for Corvus.
Is there Guardsman John?
Guardsman John is not here.
Oh.
I just need another level and a disguise kit, Corvus. Make him look like a clown or sneak him in.
We're supposed to
No.
see Mr. Tillman? Sheriff Tillman?
Sheriff?
Yeah, Mr. Tillman, he's in his office. Do you need an escort, or do you know where it is?
I don't know where it is. Do you know where it is? I look at Carrick and Thaltier and Archie.
We've
think I've
been
been-
there, but I don't know if I could make my way to it.
That might be a good idea.
I think we're gonna get lost.
Alright.
I'm sorry. I know that's a big bother.
No, it's fine. Okay. You follow me, folks, and he checks the other guard who just nods. He's fine there on his own. It's like, all right, come along, and he leads you in, and it's a somewhat familiar path. It's the way you came in. You're led past where you slept, and then deeper in to the familiar little interrogation room, which is actually just his office. We just brought you in to talk there.
Really?
Yeah.
I would have figured he would have had something fancy.
Thank
No,
you, Mr.
he's-
Guardman, sir. Sorry to bother
Yeah.
you.
No problem, folks. You have a nice night. And he leaves you outside the door, which is currently closed.
We should knock.
I'm going to rap on the door.
Come in.
Yo, this is Carrick.
Wow.
Wow.
Well, my home slice.
For a second there,
As I did it,
thought
I figured that's where it was going to go.
Corvus had typed whack and not back. Like, wow.
Nice.
Open the door.
Evening, folks. Come on in.
We didn't wake you, did we, sir?
No, I'm just finishing up paperwork, and he actually sets a quill down in a little ink pot.
Sorry, all we do is bother you, sir.
No, it's quite all right. You're missing some of your number.
They're at the tavern watching Corvus.
Good. Right.
He's just like, excellent.
I like the fact that he didn't say
I
anything
was
about
gonna
they.
go. Cassiopeia dragged him by his ear all the way across town over to the meaty soup bone.
He just nods. He doesn't actually look particularly amused. The fact mentioning of Corvus seems to sour him slightly. But he beckons you all in and goes, "So I expect you're here to see me for a reason."
Yes, sir.
And what is it?
This one had
What about
something.
the suggestion?
Oh yes, you've had time to think about it.
We were talking
We've-
about it.
We've discussed it. We do want to sign up to be adventurers. Just as we currently are, we don't feel we'd be much of a help down south of Tarnstead.
I beg to differ, although I can't force you. But yes, you're free to sign up.
We just want to
You-
get our legs under us because we'd never even thought about it before. You know?
That's understandable. Although, did you tell your friends that you have a month to consider this?
No, we didn't.
I had forgotten that part.
We didn't get told
Is
that
that
at
in
all.
character?
I say, looking
That-
over it.
Yes, that was in character.
Genuinely in character.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
There's a
Well,
slow head turn.
in that case, how about I get you all signed up, and then you can do as you wish, and think about it for a while.
Okay.
Does he note when he doesn't?
Does the Adventuring Guild take brownies?
We take any, able-bodied sentient form, yes.
Do they take
Am I
cookies?
sentient?
Well, it's
Yes.
I really wish adventurers would stop using this Adventurer Guild nonsense. He says, starting to pull out papers.
What's it called?
You are simply contracted mercenaries for the Kingdom of Barast.
Yay!
But adventurers seems to have a more popular ring to it.
For us,
I think as it sounds like it's less like cutthroat.
what would people from the country be called?
Barassians, I believe.
Brassians? Okay. So Brassians.
Barasai.
Brasside? God, no, please.
No. Also, I was wondering, sir, did you know what arrangements was being made for my mother and for care?
Yes, like the rest of the survivors, the Sinclairs are apparently moving on, so it is just you lot, Lanamore, and your mother and friend, he says.
Eyebrow waggle.
She's actually like gonna visibly turn a shade, which is actually like incredible because she's a tiny little thing, but there's like a bright red all the way to the ears.
Bright
And she-
red ball.
Right, red ball. And she goes, maybe more.
Right. Well, I have arranged rooms for you at the King's Mercy.
Oh,
Oh, fantastic.
Oh?
we did. We were told
Well, I
that
mean,
place
we
was
hadn't
very
got-
expensive. It sounded like
King's Mercy? Expensive? No, not at all.
Just buy 2 rooms to sleep wherever we want.
It's only 7 plats a night.
You've heard of the King's Mercy?
yeah, the girl at the tavern that we went to for
We
Oh.
did
our meeting mentioned that there was that and the twin dogs, and we sent the other part of the group on the twin dogs because she was saying that the other place was kind of.
he actually starts to laugh. Yes, I don't think she's talking about the expense, more the little story surrounding it.
What's the story?
Although, I'll get to that in a moment. You said you sent some of your group to the twin dogs?
Yeah, but I'm
Well-
sure we could get them moved if we need to.
I would recommend it. I doubt he seems to think Cassiopeia is the centaur, right?
Yeah, is it a
Yes.
very rickety building?
It's a very... He tries to think of a nice way to say it. The old man that runs it is very backwards in his thinking.
Oh no.
So he's gonna...
I'm gonna look over at the rest of the group and I go, who has the stone that goes to the other people?
So at this point, we get to the twin dog.
Shit, I had
just get
the...
to, like, it's like,
Wait.
so,
I had the one. You had the one for Corvus. Who had one for Cassiopeia?
I was just saying, I had the one for Corvus, but that one also...
Is
was-
now mine.
you had the other half.
It's mine now. So
I know who has mine, but I'm not saying a word because I'm not there.
I just have one
Now,
to Corvus, which
This
I think-
is your guys'
Sarah?
responsibility to keep track of your inventory.
I know I don't have it.
Right. So,
All right.
everyone
All right,
is a little
so,
clueless.
all right, I'm gonna pick up my stone and go. Everybody, try your stone. Hey guys, don't go to the thing. You can reply to this message.
Right.
Hi.
Dig
Oh, hi.
through
One from
my
Corvus.
Yeah.
bag. No. No, that's...
This is a normal stone.
That's a regular rock.
Oh, no.
Where did that rock come from? Why is that one got a face on it?
Oh, no.
Gifted.
I've got a
reached into
web
my
sack
bag.
in there. Oh, no.
I
This is
mean,
gonna be
last
bad.
time I was in a group, last time I had a dwarf that had to go through their bags, they found a dead white dragon head they forgot about for years.
Ah, there we go.
I had one other thing
Slow
to
this
bring
down.
up, sir. Other than that, though,
Yes.
I don't know what all Henry said about Southwest Time, but there was a breach in the border between this world and the Fae a little over 2 weeks ago, and that is why everything is wide open down there. And they can freely pass from one side to the other. That's why I instructed them to do the Iron Line.
So that's what those scribbles were trying to describe. Okay.
And I don't think that's going away anytime soon. And it's very, very big. And I marked the trees as far as I could in that one night. But it goes a long ways. And I can see it, but it's there. And it's going to be dangerous for people wandering unaware through that area. Because things might become attached.
I tell you what then, I will pay you a gold piece to write me up a report on that matter. Val, dear, I believe you'd be able to help her. He says, giving you a fixed look.
Sure.
Thank you. If you could get that to me within the week, please.
Yeah, I can do that.
Right. So, were you able to find your sending stone, Val, dear? Do you have it?
Yes.
Okay. Do you want to use that before he continues? He's looking at you, digging through stuff.
What message should I send?
Tell them to go to the King's Mercy, not the two dogs.
Right. Going to grip the sending stone. Right, Cassiopeia. Go to the king's. What was it again?
Mercy!
Mercy. Not the two dogs. Or twin. Whatever it is.
Or
We'll meet you there.
that's correct.
Out of words, I think.
You might get "we'll meet you" and then silence.
Yeah, because there was a lot of people.
Yeah.
An
Suddenly.
old man using voicemail.
Bing, 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 bing. What the fuck?
Alright,
I'm listening to my sending stone.
You get that. You're standing outside the twin dogs right now. You're about to press on the door and go in.
How bad does this place look?
It's very run down.
As you did get a very apt description from Argy of it's a shithole.
Val, you're going to
Real
knock?
quick, Allie?
Mhm.
I would like to use carpenter sense to think about how much it would cost to refurbish this building.
Oh, jeez.
Just from a quick glance.
Refurbishing this building would basically involve pulling out most of the woodwork, which would basically just destabilize the building. So you're essentially rebuilding it. It's
So how much does it in cost?
thousands.
Okay, I'm grabbing Thaldir. I'm tucking the.
Whoa,
Yes.
Well, okay, where's Dingus in all of this? Is he like on the back of Cass? Is Corvus holding him?
He's on the back of Cass, chewing on his second Scotch egg.
Okay.
I'm grabbing Corvus, going, nope.
Not.
Nope,
Okay.
I'm just grabbing him by the collar and turning around. Nope, nope.
But why?
We were told no.
All right, where to then?
King's Mercy, apparently.
Do you know where that is?
You do not.
Totally
I
go
am
inside and
stopping.
ask.
I'm looking. Is there anyone on the street?
Yeah, there's people on the street.
Anyone who looks like they might be a business person?
Not really. Because
Okay,
that's a little
I'm
hard to
just
distinguish in this
Look,
setting. People aren't
there's
wearing
a
business
gentleman
suits.
wearing a suit and
I'm
tie.
just going. First person nearby. Excuse me.
Okay, let me give you I'm just going to do a quick roll.
My name's Steve.
I misheard it as a hick roll, so this is going to be fun.
Alright, so
Okay.
I put that one down. Is that where the Twin Dogs was? Or
No,
further
it's,
south?
it's
Nope.
down here.
Okay.
Twin Dogs is down here.
Okay.
Funny. You grab the attention of what looks to be a young lad in sort of he looks like dock worker clothes. Looks like he's heading home. Yes.
Can you tell me where the King's Mercy is by chance?
The inn.
Yes, please.
Yeah, it's just up this street. And then you take a right. It'll be right across. Yeah, that's why I said funny when Sam marked that one by mistake.
Okay, so we're down here. We're going up here. Okay.
Mhm.
I'd stay away from that place though if I was you.
Why is that?
People talking about things moving on their own and all that weird noises in the night.
Looks at the creaky old building.
I
Sure it's
look
not
at
that
Corvus.
one.
I look at Corvus. That thing's likely to fall on us.
I suppose.
Suddenly, someone casts animate object on it.
But anyways, I'm gonna dig through my pouch and flick a silver over to the kid. Thank you. Very
He
much.
actually looks a little insulted.
But I asked for a favor.
Well, it's not. I work an honest living and I earn plenty for my family. Thank you very much. And he sort of flicks the silver back at you and
And I
walks
catch it.
off.
Sorry. I'm trying to be nice. Would a copper have done better?
Just
Quick, throw a copper at his head. See if it helps.
But rage first. Rage first.
Roll a range attack.
Sorry for your troubles. Thank you. Have a good evening.
He sort of gestures back at you over his shoulder. It's not explicitly rude gesture, but it's
Yeah, whatever.
Fuck off.
Jog on.
yeah, basically.
Oh well. I'm going to start heading that way, dragging Corvus along with me.
You
Alright.
really don't have to have me on a leash.
Oh, that's a great idea. We
She
should
actually
definitely get
stops
her
and goes,
early.
"Huh, that might actually be a good."
No,
No.
Corvus just walking ahead.
So, okay, back to the other group. You don't get any confirmation of message received, but you've tried.
I just kind of give that sad look of, oh, that's not gonna work very well.
I'm gonna tap it like a few times and kind of hit it with my hand.
This new technology
This
is
thing
very upsetting to
working?
the dwarf.
It makes a little handheld device from Quantum Leap noise. Beep, 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 beep.
No, it's just a
Ziggy,
rock.
what are we doing?
Please, Ziggy, help me.
So how do we sign up? I guess, and do you need all of us here because we're signing up Corvus with us too? And she kind of says that kind of shyly. We brought a copper from him, if that, because Cassiopeia.
Technically, he shouldn't be. He should be here for this, but I don't give a damn. So we're going to sign your friend up. He's giving you permission, right?
Yes,
Right, marvelous.
and
That's why I had her bring the
he's
copper.
saying that with a he's saying that with a wink.
All right.
And whoa,
The Cassiopeia.
yes.
She really should be here.
She's babysitting him, though. She said it was her
Yes.
job.
She promised to sit on him if he made any trouble.
All right. If this turns out to be lies, I'll have you all arrested. You understand?
Yes.
Marvelous.
I wouldn't lie. I wouldn't lie to important questions.
Preventing myself from saying, well, it wouldn't be the first time today.
I would submit to a zone of truth on this matter.
I'm afraid Maris is off doing far more important matters.
Okay,
Right.
I'm sorry.
It's more important than paying attention to the PCs.
We're gonna find out even
How
if he wasn't.
dare.
You ran out of zones of truth today already.
Am I allowed to still visit my mom and Carrot while they're here?
Of course, yes. Although I imagine they might be wanting to stay at the inn.
Oh, okay.
But yes. If they stay here, you may come visit them. Otherwise, please only come in for official business, or if you need to report something to the guard.
Okay, I was gonna offer to fix shoes and stuff, but I guess you guys have that handled.
Yes. Right, 1 second. I need to get the paperwork, and he's going to stand up, sort of gesture for you all to leave his office.
Going to wait for my mighty steed to take me where I need
Step
to go.
out.
And you don't have what
Guess
Carrick?
I'll take the few
No, she was-
steps.
I'm riding Valdir.
Riding
That'd
Valdir.
be
You're
able
running
to go.
Friday. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. If you wait
Carrick's
outside
going
my
up.
office, I'll be right back. And he
Argue
moves
will
off
go
down.
out and sit outside the principal's office.
Yeah. Once you're outside, he closes his door behind him and wanders off down the hall.
All right, now hopefully John Bender was busy climbing through the ceiling and will be able to drop down.
Alright, if there's anything you guys want out of his office, let me know. I can get
Yeah, not
underneath
to be.
and
He
get
didn't
in.
lock his office, and the hallway is deserted.
Well, I can actually just go under the gap.
Yes, there is also the fact that you are incredibly small.
Yes. And like, I can get
I
in
mean-
there. If there's anything you want.
Technically, if he had locked it, I could pick the door too.
I know. But I don't think anybody wants anything of his, so I think we're okay.
I mean, we have no
I
idea
don't
what's
think
actually
we
really
intend to steal
there.
from the sheriff, no.
Okay, I'm just leaving the opportunity there.
Are you sure you don't want to look at
I'm all about that player
record?
choice.
You're gonna find out there's a +5 Volpal longsword or great
That we
axe or
would
something
totally
in
go
there.
to jail for the rest of our lives for touching.
Oh
If-
man,
if-
all I found were nudie pictures that he keeps.
Why are they of
Oh.
Thaldir?
Why aren't they of Valdir?
I am stepping.
He failed the charm roll.
Well, let's call up
AFK.
Maris so we can have a zone of truth.
If Blackie's going AFK, we're going to have a short 5-minute break.
Alright.
Okay.
Got really quiet.
I told everybody it was 5-minute break time.
I return.
Yes, man.
Oh,
Ba-ba-ba.
I'm so sorry Corvus is getting picked on so bad. At least Gifton feels bad for him.
I'm being chased by a centaur.
I started laughing uproariously as soon as the sympathy started. I was like, that dude's business is going out because he's racist as fuck.
Well, you know, the way she said it, it sounded like maybe it was some, like, poor old man, you know, just can't keep up the place anymore. You know? Instead, we're gonna go to the haunted house full of angry brownies.
So that's what happens when brownies get angry.
No, it's much worse. It's much worse.
I feel we may have overlooked a couple of facts in the interaction with the Shire Reeve.
What did you overlook?
The fact that I was also holding still one bouquet of flowers and wearing flowers in my hair.
And I'm basically sitting on his shoulder holding a big ass flower as well.
Yes.
I like to think that's why he just really wanted to get away from us for like a minute to compose himself.
You're the weirdo old dwarf. I think it's just kind of like, okay, cool, he's lost his mind. Well, that makes
Yeah, I'll retroactively flavor this encounter. His eyes kept drifting over to you, foul dear.
I
that
mean,
sort of
he pretty much
minor
just looked at him.
confusion.
I pictured he probably just looked at him and went, oh, cool, he's lost his mind. That makes it much easier to just dissociate anything he said earlier.
Yep.
Fantastic. He's crazy. That's easier to deal with than he might be a runaway.
Might have been from one of those books that he read. Stop attacking windmills, Thaldir.
Let the fires of reason shine. Let the pyres finish for time.
Really? You're singing that now?
It's stuck in my head. I haven't listened to Motorhead in fucking forever.
Yeah.
It's a scat man.
That is very much not a Lemmy song.
Hold
Hold on, I would have paid.
Yeah, I was gonna say, wouldn't you wanted to hear a version by Lemmy?
Fuck yes.
So sad that we'll never be able to hear that.
Alright. Is Blackie back yet?
No, I don't think he
No.
is.
Alright, who is here?
I am.
Yo.
Yeah.
Toby?
Ah.
Alright, well, we're gonna push on. I don't know how long Blackie's gonna be. Okay. So, you wait about 10 minutes or so. And then the Shire Reeve starts to return, accompanied by somebody else, holding a large fucking metal contraption. And the Shire Reeve himself seems to just be carrying some paperwork. He nods at you, opens his door back up, heads in, and the person with him heads in after him. And there seems to be the expectation of you follow him because he's left the door open.
Okay.
RG gets up and follows.
Yeah, I'll follow in.
Okay. The young man with him is in not quite a guard uniform. You can see the mark of Southwest Heim on his tunic, so he's clearly with the garrison. But he's wearing spectacles. He seems to have a sort of little tool belt on his hip.
Did you meet
And
the milk of Dove?
Dolwood, that's the one.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
It all blends together.
Yeah.
And I'm very sick.
I know. I'm just saying. Just figured I'd check because I was like, is he from the south? Because, he might.
No. Dolwood, basically the Dolwood garrison badge.
Yep.
Yeah. And this big contraption gets set down on the Shire Reeve's desk. It's like, okay, let's get you signed up.
Is this a torture device?
Torture? No. This is the. You've seen the adventurous marks, I believe. Yes.
RG enough, yeah.
This is what makes them.
Oh.
Who's first?
RG doesn't really. I'll do it.
Right. Okay, RG Fowl. Do you understand the responsibilities expected of being an adventurer?
Yes, sir.
You understand that any ill act on your part will be met with the utmost punishment as to fit the trust that's been put in you?
Yes, sir.
Right, marvellous. If you please sign your name on here. And he pushes forward a sheet of paper that has a lot of writing on it. Do you wish to read it before you sign?
I need to roll an intelligence check to see if she's actually going to think of that, because out of character, should in character know. Would that be intelligence or wisdom?
Wisdom.
Okay. What
That's up to you.
Yeah. She's going to give it a quick scan.
Yeah.
Not
It,
really looking
it just seems to be a summary of what is expected of you legally, you know, the rights it gives you and so on. It's boilerplate.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Right. You sign it, and he's like, okay, if you would hand over a copy, please.
She'll hand over a copy, please.
Right, he takes that, and then he hands it off to the man beside him, who sets it, lifts up a sort of lever on this what looks to be a bit of a press. Hands it off to him, who sets it down, and then presses it down, and it squeezes and squeezes and squeezes the copper penny, and rolls it out into a tag, which he then takes, and he takes a couple of tools from his belt, and he looks like he's ready to inscribe on it. Okay, name RG Fowl. Here's the spelling, and the Shy Reeve actually shows the dude piece of paper, and he starts to note it down. RG Fowl, town you hail from?
Tarnstead
Yes.
originally.
Well, we can either mark you for Dolwood, or we can mark you for Tarnstead. It is your home.
I just know what do you guys think?
Tarnstead.
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 Quite right. Mark them for Tarnstead, please. And the young man nods and gets to work engraving. Meanwhile, he beckons forward. Who's next?
I don't know who's gone yet.
You haven't.
RG.
Literally RG, that's it.
Yeah.
I guess I'll be next.
Right. Carrick Mask. Do you understand the responsibilities expected of you as an adventurer?
Out of character, I'm pretty sure I do, right?
I don't.
Anything.
I haven't been told shit. I was gonna ask when I get up there.
If you don't know, you can ask. He's
I was
genuinely asking you.
I was more asking, is this something?
This isn't a pledge thing he's doing.
No,
He's
no, no.
actually asking.
No, I'm literally going to ask when it's my turn, but he hasn't explained anything, so either you do or you don't.
Would this be common knowledge? Because my character has nothing to do with it.
You may have a vague knowledge that you are supposed to do good and help people and take contract work, and if basically you slip up, you tend to be punished a bit more harshly than other people because there is responsibility on your head. If you rob somebody while carrying the mark of an adventurer, you are going to be dealt with a lot more harshly than a standard brigand, you know.
Unless we're robbing brigands.
Unless you're robbing brigands.
I don't know all of them, sir.
I don't know any of it.
Right. Okay. So it's quite simple. You will have a lot of leeway in what you're allowed to do. You, in most places, if you showed up Mark Ventura, you'll be allowed to carry certain weapons with you where you go. You will be able to deal out punishment and justice within a small degree. You will not have to ask to be able to go deal with brigands. But if you are found to be abusing these rights, you will be punished harshly, likely with your lives. If not your lives, then prison or thrown in the mines, that sort of thing.
Okay.
Diggy hole. Digging.
No, that only works for one person. There's only one dwarf in this party.
If Barast finds itself at war, you may find yourselves caught up at the head of the draft, as it were. But that's not happened for a long time.
Okay, I understand, sir.
Right. If you are fine with that, please sign here.
I will sign there.
Okay, and your copper piece, please.
I will hand over a copy.
Right. He pauses for a few moments, waiting for his aide to finish inscribing on the current piece, which is then handed off to RG, and it says, RG Foal first, Tarnstead. And then Carrick, your copper piece is likewise pressed and passed off to be inscribed. Right, next one.
Me.
Right, do you understand all I've just said?
Yep.
Okay, any questions?
Nope.
Marvellous. If you'd sign here as big as you can, please.
I'm assuming somebody's gonna help me over there. I'm gonna take my arrow out, one of my arrows out, and I'll
will
start
walk
dipping.
all the way over there to make
Set
sure
me
you
down
get.
so I can get there. I'll take one of my arrows out. I'm gonna dip the feathered end again, and I will paint in as big as I can,
Okay, very nice.
and very clear and legible because I am actually literate.
Yes. Right, your copper piece, please.
All right, she's gonna undo her backpack for a second, and then shift out a copper piece and hold it up.
Huh. I don't know if you're going to be able to carry your mark.
One of us can hold on to it for her.
She has to have it on her person.
Can I put it on my saddle?
For now, I'll see what I can arrange otherwise. No, yes.
We have broken the world.
You know what? We'll press this, and I'll see about. Do you? He turns to his aide. Do you think you'd be able to work something smaller? And his aide looks at Gifton, sort of leans down towards the desk as if to try and get a more precise thing of your size, and then shrugs. I can see about it.
If not, Kara's a metal worker.
She's like,
you asked me.
She's like only like 2 inches tall,
Yeah,
right?
pretty ditty. Yeah.
2 or 3.
Yes, the problem being that these need to be legible for identification purposes as well.
Well, I can always strap it to my back. That'll work. I already strapped coins to my back.
Turn it into
We'll
a
figure
shield.
something out. We'll press this for now. Please carry it with you. And you had a little pet, right?
Yeah, my mount. He's a pseudo dragon.
Your mount, sorry. Yes. Perhaps if you keep it on there.
Okay.
Right. Let's see. Gifton Brotgren, do you consider yourself from Tarnstead?
Yes.
Right.
It's born and raised.
And he presses that, and Carrick, you're handed yours off, and then the scribe gets to work on Gifton's.
And
Right,
I'll
next up.
step off to the side.
Well, I'm already standing here.
Right, yes.
Also the
Faldir,
last one in the room.
what was your second name?
Forge hammer.
Forge Hammer. Right.
Oh crap! I already put too many letters in too large a size. At all. I need another copper.
He's looking at the flowers you're holding. Yes.
Oh, right.
Okay.
I'm just gonna turn to Carrick. Can you hold these?
Sure.
Right.
I've picked up my flower
flowers.
again and I'm waving it around.
You understand the responsibilities and the subsequent penalties of this role? Yeah, any questions?
No.
Right, okay, please sign here. Likely not the first military document you've signed. And he pushes the paper towards you.
I will sign.
Okay, you sign your name. Right, your copper piece.
I will pull out another copper piece and go, this'll do, right?
According to my sheet, I only have silver. So
That's what I'm offering you
there
a
you go.
copper piece. And I go, this'll do, right?
If-
do you have change?
Not in copper, but here, just take this right now. You're gonna do me a favor later. You have to help me write a report.
Right, I guess.
Right. He actually seems like he expects you to take that copper piece and then hand it off. Do you think?
Yes,
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm offering it to Thaldir.
Yeah.
I'm not offering it to the guy. I'm holding it at Thaldir.
Yeah, that was.
Despite he's annoyed at the adventure time and such, there does seem to be a little bit of. This is how this is done. This is ceremony almost.
Apologies.
No worries. He takes the copies from you, and Gifton, you are given.
That machine is
You are
so
given the oversized mark for you.
Wow.
As Valdez is pressed and begins to inscribe on
I
it.
will re-strap all my stuff so that it is the last thing, so it's the most visible.
Is that Tarnstead or Underhill for you?
Tarnstead is.
Okay. Right, and that one is shortly finished off and handed off to you.
Oh, jeez, that's a short joke for the dwarf.
All of yours have your name, the first, and then Tarnstead on them. Right, so your other companions. He looks like he was about to ask something and then looks very uncomfortable.
Cassiopeia, Steelshod, knows and understands the implications
I need
of the
their signatures.
Oh.
He says, looking amongst you all.
If you would like, we can send Cassiopeia here later. But
Cassiopeia, yes, I'd like that.
I can sign for Corvus, I say, waving around my ink pen.
Argy, just like, do you want me to just run and go, like, with the sheets, get them signed, and run back?
No.
I think he has to witness it.
If you would be willing to go to the hotel, you would be able to do it there.
Oh, fine.
I'm looking at the guy who's been pressing the mark, at least.
Very much against protocol, though.
Sorry.
Elan, press 2 more marks and inscribe them, and I'll take them with me. If they don't sign, I'll just dispose of them. And
people or the marks?
Yes, both.
Yes, quite.
And he actually pulls out a couple of copper pieces from his own belt pocket and hands them off. And his aide presses them, inscribes them.
Sorry, Mr. Tillman, we don't mean to be so much trouble.
Oh, this is partially my responsibility from banning one of you from here, but sure, I will come along. I may as well escort you to your new lodgings anyway.
I need to see my mom real quick. Can I do that really? I'll be really fast. I'll be really fast.
Yes, let me walk you there. It's on the way out anyway.
Okay. I will wait for somebody to offer me a ride.
Argy will offer a hand.
I will offer my beard.
You'll go ahead and you know where the room is, right?
Yep.
I'll be with you a moment once these inscriptions are done.
Okay. RG, fast!
Now, I'm going to assume he knows where Cassiopeia is from.
Well, as far as he's concerned, you're all from Tarnstead. Yeah.
And you probably actually prefer that, because you don't want your family having an easy time tracking you down, right?
True.
But
at the same time, aren't they supposed to tell where we're actually from?
Well,
it's still Tarnstead.
It's still Tarnstead.
Where you
it's where you consider home.
Yeah, it's where you considered home.
Okay, true.
Our last home, I think we all considered, was Tarnstead. So
do these things get updated later on as
you basically air quote rank up? Yes.
You go from copper to silver to gold to platinum. When you're in the platinum club,
Legends say that it used to be a mid-rank of Electrum.
But no one ever survives Electrum. They either go stay at silver or they go gold. There is no Electrum.
Mm-hmm.
They all die.
Well, we would put
They
you at
come this
Electrum,
way.
but no. Alright. RG, fast! Go! Not that fast!
Yeah, yeah.
Alright, I was gonna go. You sure fast?
Yeah!
Go full bore.
Okay, hold on tight.
Ooh, are you running through these hallways?
Oh no.
Are they tight, like packed hallways with people?
No, they're wide
It's
hallways.
just whether or not you want to scare a guard.
Yeah. Use full
Okay.
dash, fast.
Right. Okay. So you start charging through these hallways. You round a corner and do actually go past two guards that were walking along, and you hear a what the? Hey, wait!
Alright,
I
I think we have to
assume
stop.
you're running
People
like
actually skid and
Rudo.
stop. What?
And you see them sort of hurrying along after you with their hands on their sword hilts. What are you running from? Stay there.
No, we're gonna go say. I gotta go talk to my mom. She's in the room. We're from the Tarnstead group.
She said go fast.
Yeah, I thought we were gonna get there quicker.
She said go fast. What?
I said go fast. I'm sorry. Were we not supposed to run
But
in
you
the
wanted to
hallway?
hurry up, so I hurried up.
We don't want to keep Mr. Tillman waiting.
They look you up and down as if like trying to look for like injuries or stolen goods or anything before they slowly start to relax and go, don't don't do that.
Oh,
Sorry.
We're not allowed to run
on
I
your
would
way.
say sorry, but she's actually fucking remember unfortunately she's able to stifle in the laugh. That's not performance. That's performance. Nope.
They get one of them gives you an exacerbated look. The other one looks mildly amused by the turn of events. That sort of relief of I don't actually have to do anything here.
Mm-hmm.
Right,
I
no,
have to fill the paperwork. Thank God.
yeah, not. Yes,
Sorry.
keep in mind where you are.
Sorry.
Sorry,
Carry on.
Not used to having a real military building in town.
We weren't allowed. We weren't allowed to go into the military building because they started putting out rat traps and cats.
I mean,
Wow.
I was allowed in. There wasn't much other way they were getting alcohol.
I'm gonna apologize to the Shire Reeve when they go running away.
Yes, he once again looks very tired despite having been able to rest a bit today.
She doesn't quite understand how fast she goes. I think that or the lack
she
of
perfectly
alcohol.
understands.
Alright, can we walk quickly? Is that okay?
Yes, but you can walk at a brisk pace. Just try not to alarm people.
Okay, sorry, you made me scare anybody.
But get after me.
Arju will go slightly slower than what you'd consider a fast jog because that's goddamn fast.
Magic items make sound when you go over a certain speed. You need to put on her. Opposite backup sensors.
As you wander away, and you hear the guard that was sort of grinning a bit towards the end, just sort of going to the other, telling you should have seen the fucking look on your face.
I like that guy.
Right. You're able to make it to the room at a brisk pace, a bit of a head start than the others.
Mm-hmm.
Carrick, Faldir, takes you a little longer because I imagine you're not hooligans.
Yeah.
Also, I'm a dwarf. I get there when I'm damn well ready to get there.
Dwarf is never late. They arrive exactly when they intend to, which is not soon.
Unless you push them down the stairs.
I'm assuming they'll arrive sometime after I've gotten through the hug fest that is me arriving.
Yeah, so you come into the room and you see the Sinclairs there actually look like they're packing, like properly packing. They don't have much, but they're gathering up, what little bits they've gotten. I have family further north, and the Shire Reeves arranged for us to have passage there. So.
I have something for you, and she's going to rifle in her backpack and undo some coins and hold up a platinum coin. This is for you.
Okay. His eyes go a little wide and puts his hands up like I couldn't take that.
No, please, your family.
Yes, but you you're in the same position as us. We've
We'll
all
be
lost.
okay. And I'm making sure everybody has something to start out with because I managed to sell. I make clothes and I sold it for a lot of money, and I want to take care of the people from Tarnstead. Please. I couldn't do anything back there. At least let me do this.
Thank you very much. He actually sort of takes it very gently, and then tries to sort of like hold your hand.
Yeah. I'll tap my hand. I'll tap my hand on his finger or something like that, and be like, "It's good. And I hope your boy's okay."
Don't let him near crossbows again.
I'm sure he'll be fine. Probably a lot more comfortable not hunting.
Oh, that's too bad. I thought he was going to be a great hunter.
He chuckles and says, "It's very kind of you to say that."
Once he got over all the ribbing, the rest of the town was going to give him anyway.
Archie just looked at the kid and says, "Try not to put another one to it."
Don't be so mean to the poor kid.
I'll try my best. It was nice seeing you all again. Do you need
me to fix your shoes? Do you still have a hole?
They kind of cut that shoe off of my foot.
Who did?
The medic here.
Oh, is it gone?
No, he was able to. Well,
that actually means the shoe.
Oh,
I can still fix it.
I actually don't know where it is. But look, he actually pulls out what looks like to be a nice pair of leather boots.
Oh, okay. Well, at least you have shoes. I was worried about it. You said something about frostbite, and I don't want you traveling with a hole in your shoe.
He grins a bit and goes, "It's the reason I'm not wearing them right now," and lifts up his leg, which is heavily bandaged.
I did heal him
very
earlier.
thickly. Yeah, but
yeah, I know frostbite probably takes a little while. Yeah.
And the doctor here doesn't quite trust it.
Yep. Okay, well, I should talk to my mom and them.
Feed RG basically.
Do you know if Laura is it Laura or Lana?
Lana.
If Lana has any place she's going?
No idea. Unfortunately, the father answers. I mean, we only knew her family in Tarnstead, and we didn't know if they had any relatives, and she hasn't spoken.
Oh, okay.
But they're going to take care of her here, apparently.
All right. We'll try to look after her while we're still here.
If you ever come up through Slave Barrow, you stop in and see us.
Slave Barrow? Let me type that out.
I will type it for you.
I would like to know where this is. Leaf Barrow. Okay. So Sinclair's moving to Leaf Barrow. Alright. Well, we're signing up to be adventurers or something. We're gonna be here for a bit, but I think they're gonna send us south.
Huh. You're going back south?
Maybe. We don't know yet.
And, well, you're having this conversation in the room, and your mother actually pops out. South?
Yeah, Mom, I gotta come talk to you. Nice talking to you, Mr. Sinclair. Oh, gee, I need to go down there, please.
You'll start walking towards her mother.
About this time, Faldir, Carrick, you'll be able to catch back up.
On the way, can I ask the sheriff another question?
He's actually sent you ahead because he's watching over the descriptions. You can wait behind with him if you want.
Did he send us someone or just?
Just you know.
Ask at some point about the first.
Okay, yes. Do you want to ask that right there and then?
Yes.
The first, it's basically showing your ranking within the copper bracketing. Basically, this is a point of recognition. Certain contracting, certain things will have. It's you do something big enough, you'll get a recognition, and you'll be accorded greater rewards, greater challenges.
Okay.
We don't want to throw every terrifying encounter at new adventurers, you understand?
Okay.
It's a challenge rating.
It's downgrading.
Brain was going like, how do they know if we're the first ones from Tarnstead? I should ask about this to see if I'm just being stupid. And Brain was being stupid.
So we're not supposed to go into a cave filled with goblins.
Okay, and
Yeah, you're sent on your way and able to catch up as Gifton is being lowered down by Argy to talk to her mother.
Yes, and I'm going to just like dive into her arms and go, I have a thing tomorrow that you need to come with me for. There's a tailor shop. And
Oh, no. What is this about going south?
No, we're going to be adventurers, and they were talking about having us go south and maybe resecure Tarnstead, and I was going to make sure I get it all nice for you so you can come back.
I was okay with the idea of you being an adventurer, but you can't go back there.
We have like a month to figure out if we're going to do it or not, so I don't know.
You have a month to decide that you're not going to do that.
All right, well, but the tailor shop, you need to come with me tomorrow. There's a really
Why do I
nice...
need to come with you to the tailor shop?
Because you're a really, really, really talented tailor, Mom. And they said that because we're, Carrick, what's the night? Right, Carrick's not here. Dang it!
I am.
Yes, he is. He's
There's
right
no
there.
time.
Carrick, what's the nice way that you said it that didn't make me feel bad?
That you're brownies?
Yeah, that! Okay,
Wait,
because...
Why would being a brownie make you feel bad?
No, because, we're not like everybody else. We're unique. And there's not a lot of us around, and people would really like clothes made by us, and they would pay lots of extra money.
Are you talking about novelty, dear?
Yeah! Anyway, he said that we could make a lot of money selling stuff to nobles.
Who said?
The tailor man.
What? So then, you went to a tailor?
Yeah, I sold my clothes. I got 100 gold.
You sold your clothes?
No, I sold the clothes I made. Remember the clothes I showed you? The clothes I made, Mom. Anyway, there was this guy, Edward Alassiner. He is the owner of the Fine Cut on Corin Lane, and I totally didn't just look at my notes to make sure I had that right. And anyway, he said that he wanted to have me come back tomorrow, and I could bring you, and then we could see, and it might be a thing to make. Like sometimes we do like make an outfit and get money, and I thought it'd be nice. And it's a little tiny shop, Mom, and it's really nice and cozy, and you wouldn't have to work with a lot of people, so it would be really kind of safe. And we could just look it over and see what we think.
She looks nervous, wary. You know, it's.
And I think it would be fun to work at a real shop. We could we could try it, and if you don't like it, we don't have to do it. We could just do,
I'll take a look at it tomorrow, then, dear.
Okay. I was thinking Carrick could come with us, and have you ever made outfits for anybody who's awake?
No.
Do you want to practice tonight?
That seems like a really
practice on
big
who?
question, by the way.
I'm gonna kind of side glance and go, well, I have enough stuff. I was thinking I could do an outfit for Archie, and you could watch me do that. And then she's gonna look over and look at over at Lana and go, what about her? She seems like she's kind of sad. We could cheer her up with a pretty outfit.
She looks over at Lana, who is just sort of still curled up on her bed, just hugging her knees. I'm not sure an outfit's going to do it, dear.
Oh, I was thinking it would be something nice, though.
Oh, maybe, but I don't really want to be crawling over taking measurements.
Okay. Well, you could watch me work on Archie. We're going to be going... They're sending us off to an inn tonight, because, I guess that's...
Yes, that William man came in to talk to us earlier about it.
Yeah, it sounds like you're coming to the same place, so we could go there, and you could come with us tomorrow.
Yes, they say it's be more comfortable than staying here, but I mean this seems nice enough.
I don't know. I've been.
Give me a insight check. Tell me.
Okay, an insight check. On the nice enough, right? Which is probably, it's not really
advantage, because it's your mother, you know her.
Yeah. Alright. I'm gonna fail this. No,
it's good enough. It's not that she isn't certain how to be nice or such. It's just she seems very nervous about going out into the city proper.
I mean, we could hide you away in someone's bag or something, so you don't have to look around and nobody has to look at you if you want.
Maybe.
That's what I did when I went to Southwest Time, because I was really scared to be anywhere, and out in the open's really terrifying at first. You know? And she gives her mom's like a hand a little squeeze.
Your mother just nods, and
And there's no shame in that, Mom. It's scary. So.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna be hiding. Care says, just like.
Yeah, hell yeah. So I mean,
he feels left out.
No shame here.
No shame. I mean, so we'll just stay together, and it'll be okay. And I'm pretty sure this house is totally not haunted that we're going to.
Haunted?
You never did tell us.
Nobody told me that. I was saying that out of character.
He also didn't tell us the story like he said he was going to.
I know. The conversation drifted.
Yeah.
It was great.
That.
You come with me to the tailor shop tomorrow. We'll try it out. And if you're too nervous about it, you don't have to do it, okay? But it sounds like we have to stay here for like a month, or in the area for a month. For at least that's what they want me and the rest of them to do. So I'm probably going to work at the tailor shop if they'll have me, so I can make some money for us.
She's just sort of staring at you, and smiles softly and goes, "When did you grow up like to become this confident, brave? So lovely to see, dear."
It was somewhere in the woods, and I killed a dryad.
What? You did what?
I had to.
Killed the dryad.
Don't tell her that Thaldir's got the dryad's heart in his bag.
It was.
You killed a
Yeah.
It was an asshole, to be fair.
Okay. I don't think I want to hear any more of your adventures right now.
All right, well, Mom, they're gonna be coming here in a minute, and they're gonna make us go to the inn. But I'm gonna give her a big hug, and then I'm gonna run over and give Care a big hug. And she's like, suddenly after hugging Care, gonna have this big blush again.
Yeah, Care hugs you tight, and he holds it for a couple of awkward moments too long.
No, it's never awkward. It's awkward for everyone else.
It is awkward. And he too seems a little redder.
Yeah. And
am I interrupting something? Comes from the doorway. There's Williams standing there.
Gifton's pitch is gonna actually go up a little bit. No, nothing.
Are you all quite ready to go?
Yeah.
Can I do something before that happens? I've been waiting for something.
Yes.
I'm actually gonna go try to talk to Lana.
You want to talk to Lana? Okay.
Yes.
Right. Well, Sam's chattering away with her mother. You can move over to Lana, who doesn't seem to acknowledge you approaching at all.
Lana?
She looks up at you.
We weren't there when Sinclair's were talking about not knowing any more of her family, correct? It was just
You weren't, no. Yeah.
Okay. What are you doing after all the stuff here?
There's just a very slight shrug of her shoulders, and she hugs her knees tighter.
Do you have family someplace?
She shakes her head.
She wasn't one of the tavern. She was one of the ones that eyed me in the tavern, but she wasn't one of the tavern workers, was she?
No, she wasn't a tavern worker, no.
Damn it. Now the fun part of having my brain work. Worst part to do when you're sick, right?
Yeah.
Have they told you what the plans are?
There is just a small shrug of her shoulders.
It's hard to lose everything. This is all military, right? Out of character, all the stuff the placement, everything.
Oh, what around what this building?
Yeah, like what they're planning on doing with us. Like if people were not having someone, so basically, it sounds like her. It's the military putting us up at the.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
It is the government. It is the kingdom putting you up, but the military handling the organization of it. Yes.
It sounds like they're going to be taking care of everybody for at least now, right? Out of character,
Yes.
from what you understand.
It seems like they are arranging short-term room and board for you while it's decided what exactly is happening.
How old was she, by the way, roughly?
She's around 17.
Oh, she was the little one. Dang. That should be fun. They're going to be moving. Other than the Sinclairs, they're going up elsewhere to a tavern, and then they're gonna see what they can do from there.
She's just looking at you, listening to you speak.
How'd you make it out?
She suddenly that she was looking fairly impassive before, and there is suddenly a look of distress on her face, and she clenches her eyes shut.
He's not good at comforting people, obviously.
Sorry, man, I'm busy. You fly alone.
You
Can I have
approached
Archie
her
be looking
by...
around and noticed?
Yeah.
It's probably pretty obvious. There's not a whole lot of us in here,
Yeah,
so
it's
I just
out in the open.
actually look over and walk, like, and I'm pretty sure Archie's just going to recognize that type of acting from the exact same thing that happened with her after her parents bit it.
probably.
Perhaps.
She's just going to look through and go, you suck at this.
Haven't really dealt with it before.
Well, I mean, asking someone about, hey, how'd that traumatic event go for you? Not the best move. Traumatized. Look at her.
Would you like to try and help more?
I mean,
He whispers that.
Archie's gonna look at it like, I mean, and whisper back, I mean, the way I solved it was drinking for 7 years. So I don't know if I'm the best at solving part of it.
She's human, isn't she?
She's human. Yeah.
Okay, so that ain't gonna work for her.
Yeah.
She won't live for that long.
She's human. She's got the namesake red hair of Tarnstead.
Oh god. Damn gingers.
Yeah, there was this very
That's
ginger
why
town.
Carrick was so beloved for his straight
He
dark
was-
He
hair.
was exotic.
Yep.
I can't believe how. Wait, was Thaldir red hair when he was young?
Yes.
I will accept it in no other way.
Honestly, you wouldn't know anyways.
That's just out of character question. So
The statement stands.
Yep.
Thaldir was born Thaldir and always remained
Thaldir has
What?
always had white hair and a
Blackheart.
gigantic
Blackheart,
beard.
put a reassuring hand on her shoulder, give it a squeeze, and say, if you ever want to talk about it, we're here for you. You're not alone. Okay?
And
Then
then
roll a
take the
charisma
bouquet
check because you're really effing good.
and take the flowers that Thaldir is holding.
yeah.
Yeah!
Right,
them
I'm
to
still
her.
carrying flowers.
Alright, come on. Follow the steps. Reassuring hand.
Throw the flowers.
Come on,
Do not
Right.
throw flowers.
Grab the
No,
flowers,
face.
throw them at Lana,
Alright,
and
so
screech
we
at
are
the top
su-
of your lungs.
We are suddenly playing
That was
Ratatouille.
dominance.
I'm grabbing him by the ears and directing him. He grabs her shoulder lightly, gives it a firm
Yeah,
squeeze.
I'm gonna.
Gentle squeeze.
Yeah, if you ever want to talk to us, we'll be here, and I'm going to take some of the flower. Screw it, just gonna give her all the flowers because Jesus Christ, there's
Alright,
a lot of
now,
flowers.
now follow it up. You aren't alone.
You are not alone. You've
Yes.
got the rest of Tarnstead here.
Okay, give me a charisma roll, Blackie, with advantage.
There we go. Got you. I got you, Blackie. I'll help you.
What do you call it? Persuasion.
Persuasion.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He's good at this. He won't be for this, but he's supposed to be good at this.
Come on, double ones.
Oh,
Hey!
that's nice.
Okay.
She holds the flowers, looking down at them as you squeeze her shoulder, and then she looks up at you with tears welling up in her eyes, and she just sort of nods a little bit.
Give her a hug. Or offer a hug.
Do you want a hug, Hannah?
Don't say yet! Physical gesticulation!
It's been a
You just
bad.
open the
I'm
arms,
sick.
as if offering a hug.
I'm seriously.
Do you want to take that back?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
God. It is a
The monkey
really
doesn't know
bad
that's
day.
what his elbow is.
I know
bad day
Blackie's feeling sickly, so this is probably laying it on it.
I'm sick as well. Where's my sympathy?
I'm giving you
Oh,
lots of
I'm
sympathy. That's why I'm not
sorry,
asking.
Allie.
Alright. Okay, so
All right,
offer,
so you
physically offer a
embrace her,
hug.
do you?
What?
Okay.
Wait, what did Ali say?
Right,
you
so
embrace her?
you hug her, yes.
Yes. Yes.
Right, she doesn't hug you back, but she does lean against you a little bit.
She's
And
receptive.
I would say the fact that you actually got an emotional response from her and that she didn't shy away from this is a huge thing for her right now. So, well done.
Yay! She thinks you love her now. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry you're married now. Congratulations.
Alright,
pretty sure
now
she
the
already
Shire
thought
Reef comes in.
Yes. And then the Shire, there's lots of hugging happening in this room when
Yeah.
he walks in.
And there's flowers and
Foul
tears.
dear, Augie, do you wish to embrace anybody, each other?
Quick, give the Shari a hug when you see him. Both of you.
So, what were you saying about this hotel we're going to?
Is that to the Shire?
Yeah, I'm just ignoring the lovey-dovey, everybody hugging moment, and
The inn, it's called the King's Mercy.
Archie is straight up sitting on the corner of the bed that they were talking at, being the most awkward third wheel she can.
So, gee.
By existing. Just being there.
Just staring at Carrick, mouthing.
At least
No,
there
not even
isn't.
staring, just sitting there with like a complete disinterested expression now, just looking around the room.
She doesn't have the flask
It's,
right now.
Do you have all your
it's
stuff, Mom?
fairly...
Oh, sorry.
Oh, no. Let me deal with Faldir first.
Yep.
There's the King's Mercy. It's ran by a man called Elias Cantor. It's a fairly recent opening.
Gonna write this down.
you seem to imply there was something off about it.
No, the more common folk might think there is, but I don't put any weight to their stories. It's a fine building. I think they're just spooked by who's running it rather than what they think's going on.
Oh,
King's Mercy. It's named because that is what Elias Cantor received. Man's just trying to start a new life here. And, well, you know how people spread rumors about to try and ruin people they think might be bad.
hmm.
I'm sure they're really nice.
He seems a pleasant fellow when I've talked to him. And he was given the King's Mercy, so his past is not to be judged. So, if you would give him a chance, he definitely appreciates the business that we're giving him through boarding you there.
Alright. Are you guys coming tonight, Mom?
We're going to... I need to think about things first. Maybe tomorrow?
Alright. I need
It's-
to be at the
it's-
tailor by noon, so I'll meet you in the morning, okay?
Okay, yes, oh. Yes, come get me in the morning. She says, looking incredibly nervous.
Now to give her a big hug. You don't have to come if you don't want to. I won't make you.
No, I'll come, dear.
Okay. I give her another deep, big hug, and then I'm gonna do a very quick, brisk hug with Care.
Care gives you a quick hug in return and a sort of pat on the back of like, this is how buddies
we're
hug.
great friends.
Yeah.
Pat.
Yeah.
And I'll go wait for somebody to pick me up. Ready to go.
Archie will, as she's walking by, just Cooper gifting up.
Ah.
Okay.
We go.
We should get the cart and the horse.
Yay, someone remembered.
We need to get Clop and the cart.
Yes, I've sent ahead. It's already been hooked up and readied.
Oh,
Hey.
fantastic.
Right, if you follow me. And he starts to leave.
Yay, we're leaving.
Okay.
I'm gonna wave bye-bye sadly at everybody as I get off.
Your mother waves at you. Care waves sort of awkwardly, the little finger wave, then respectfully nods.
Mm-hmm.
And the Sinclairs actually give you a heartfelt farewell.
Mm-hmm.
And you're led out to Klopp, who is being hooked up to the cart right now.
Mm-hmm.
And
barely tolerating other people touching him.
he seems pretty friendly.
He's a nice horse. He just gets irritable.
This isn't like us.
Yeah.
Which one of you is going to lead Klopp?
Valdir.
Yep.
Okay. Valdir. You take hold of Klopp's reins, or are you actually going to just ride him?
I'll take hold of his reins. I'm in no hurry.
Okay, you're all able to journey through the streets. It's not particularly tough with the cart, as it is most definitely slowing down for the night now. There's still the occasional people walking the street, but it's no longer a hustle and bustle. And you are led down streets past
really nice
familiar
city,
buildings.
Mister.
Thank you. It's a place I hold dear.
It's really big.
He actually smiles a bit, and I'm sure you won't think that for if you go any further north. There are much bigger places than this.
I'm just gonna kind of look at Giving for a second. It's like, I don't know. Have you seen Sazber?
Rude.
Yes, it's quite rude. I've no idea of her sense of scale, and sure, it might get lost for the size of things, but
right after he says the size of scale things are just gonna shoot back. It's like, she thinks I'm a giant.
oh, I wonder what she'd make of the giant then.
Because Archie is acutely aware of the fact she's short.
Hopefully, we never know.
And Gift is gonna say kind of softly, "I don't think Archie is a giant."
Tell me, are any of you devout to any gods?
The gods don't like us. That I know of.
I think my parents were, but I'll be honest, I haven't seen them in over 70 years.
I mean, I've prayed to she kind of
Miris? Mayuri?
Miri?
Ah, Mayuri.
I've prayed to Miri, but I don't. We don't have any brownie clergy.
He looks like his muse just sort of like entertaining the thought of that.
But I snuck into the church in Southwest Time and tithed and prayed.
Well, I'm sure Mayuri appreciates the gesture.
But
what about you, foul dear Carrick?
Not I.
Yeah, there's been time that I've made a prayer to Ilan, but...
Ilan, you say?
The answer. Well, of course.
You're, yeah. Okay. Didn't he seems to be muddling, sort of muddling over his words, and then
Valdir's a really bad gardener.
It's just unusual to see one of your folk interested in the gardener.
I'm becoming slightly angrier looking at the suggestion that I am not a fantastic gardener.
Gift and that was rude.
Well, he didn't have really good soil. He picked a kind of a spot that wasn't that great. That's why we had to bring in better dirt for him. He was really good
Well.
at doing what you're supposed to do. It's just the ground was against him.
Well, if you wish to pay your respects to Ellen, her church is actually outside the northern gates.
No gods need a church, especially for this type.
Well, I say church. It's more of a
Flower garden.
Yes. Wait, who said that?
Hmm.
It's more of a shrine with some lovely flower beds around it.
That sounds great.
Anyway, there it is ahead. As you're sort of going past the Church of Tamari, he sort of points as he rounds the corner, and you do see a sign with the King's Mercy. The signage is a man being helped up from what looks to be like a executioner's block by a robed and crowned figure.
That's a weird
Thanks.
sign.
Why did you just kind of look for the kind of the nail on the head right there, don't it?
Yeah, I guess it does.
No, it seems you missed the head completely, and that's why it happened.
Right.
I'm assuming we can stable the horse.
Yep, there's a little stable attached to it, basically. This little thing to the right.
Little side game.
There isn't actually a stable hand out right now. And there are no other horses in here or anything. There's not even actually any hay. But there is a section to stable drop in and the wagon.
Okay.
I'll see you inside. Well, he looks at Faldir, who he expects is going to be stabling Klopp.
I'll stay with the horse, yes.
Right. In that case, he opens up the front door and heads on in.
Alright, you will follow.
So we're Kirk.
So, going a little bit back in time, Corvus and Cassiopeia, you would have been able to find your way to the King's Mercy. You see that signage that was just described, and the lights are on, but they're unlike other inns in the area. Well, apart from the Twin Dogs, which was absolutely started, but this is this is a quiet inn. It's not run down. It's in fact very pristine. Looks very new, as if it's just been done up. You know,
It's just kind of
practically avoided.
whitewash.
not even a whitewash. It looks like there is fresh stonework and such. It's not an entirely new building, but it has been refurbished.
Well, this one looks better, I'm guessing. Looks stabler. Is that what you would use, Cassiopeia?
Stonework. I don't know stonework.
Sturdy stuff, I suppose. Well, how is it with manners with you? Is it? I mean, you're a woman still, so ladies first, but walking behind a horse is never a good thing. So.
I shove him through the door.
Ah!
Okay. Right, the door is slammed open by the shoving, and you see a very startled-looking gentleman behind the bar counter at the back of the room.
Hello.
Hello there. And it looks like a man in his 30s. Looks like he's getting some early graying in his hair, just the occasional little fleck of it. He's human. He's rather well built, some solid muscling, and a great big jagged scar going down the right side of his face over his eye. Come in, folks. You okay there?
Yes, just finding out the danger parts.
Danger parts.
Points behind him.
Clop, 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 clop.
Ah. Evening, madam. Sir. Are you together? Do you need a room or?
We're sent down from the keep.
Oh,
They are the survivors of Tarnstead.
I thought there was supposed to be more of you.
They've been in the keep or some signing up for Adventure Guild.
Okay, well, if you show me your writs, I can get you your room keys.
They have them, I believe.
Ah, okay. Well, you folks, are they being brought here or?
Possibly.
At some point, they told us to come here.
Well, why don't you folks take a
there
seat? Can I get you a drink?
Sure. Had a couple already.
I actually interrupt Corvus and point at him. Water for him.
What? I've lost my whole livelihood. I can't enjoy it.
I'm actually locking eyes with Corvus. Water for him.
Okay, and for you,
Don't be the elf.
Miss.
Can I? What do you have?
At that, he actually looks a little hesitant. He goes, "We've got a couple of ales, but that's about it right now."
I'll take one of your ales.
Right, you like or darks?
Dark. And do you have any berries?
Berries? No berries.
Okay, that's fine.
He actually pours an ale and gets some water from a jug and brings it over to you. Yes, you are spoilt for choice of where to sit here. There is no one else in here.
Wow.
Yeah,
it's quite quiet.
hopefully business will pick up soon enough. So it's really cozy in here. So you came in through the front door, and immediately you were greeted by the sight of a little fire in the middle of the room. There's a table set near it, and off to either side of you, there are tables along the walls, basically little booths almost. Towards the back, there's a bar. You can see the doorway to a kitchen behind it, and just off to the side of the bar, there's a set of stairs leading up to another landing. It's a very nicely made place. Inside, there is a lot of woodwork, Cassiopeia, and it is very finely done.
Ooh, Cassiopeia is actually going to be roaming around.
It's not ornate, but it is sturdy. It is very well built.
Nice.
It is made to last.
Yeah, that's why she's
You get the
roaming
feeling a
around.
lot of money went into this place.
A whole lot of money. If you don't mind me asking, who did the woodwork?
The woodwork. I've had a few different woodworkings coming in here over time.
Oh, I don't recognize any of the work.
It's mostly local folk.
Oh, they're going to be good.
You can find some good people if you have the right amount of coin. Actually hired a few folks that tend to do work for the noble houses.
Oh, that's a lot of money.
He nods with a regretful grimace.
The grimace of somebody who had to hire those people because no one else would come. Most likely, Sam believes.
Well,
Well,
it's
none of
really
the
nice work. It's not. It's not ostentatious. It's just subtle and nice.
I wanted to keep it simple. I hoped it was going to be non-pretentious.
Well, at least it's all not moving. That's good.
Moving.
Mm.
We were told things move around in here.
Yeah, a lot of folk have been saying that.
Is staring at the glass of water. It's like, oh.
And
Drink your
he
water,
just looks
Corvus.
forlorn.
Is there something that's going on?
Not that I know, just folks aren't happy with me being here, I suppose.
Well, the other inn is a complete, well, to use one of our companions' terms, how does it, shithole? Shithole? Shithole.
The other building is about to collapse in on itself.
Oh, the Twin Dogs.
Yes, that one.
There's places seen better days.
Shit.
But still, there are plenty of other offerings around town.
Yeah, I looked at that place and I'm like, maybe we could rebuild it. And then I realized it would require rebuilding it entirely from scratch. Probably ripping out the foundation too, and all the pilings.
I almost bought the place from the owner, but he wasn't particularly pleasant to deal with, and the building wasn't worth what he was asking.
I would think he would be handing money to other people to get rid of it.
You'd think so, wouldn't you? I'm still sorry. I didn't mean to be so down. Can I get you folks any food? I don't have any cooking right now, but I could light the stove.
No,
Pretty sure
not
Dingus is doing potatoes.
Dingus is actually in a food coma right now.
No.
Just sort of like clutched to Cassiopeia's backside.
Just laying on her back,
no.
completely lulled out.
Yeah.
No, we ate before we came over.
Oh, no problem. Let's work for me, right? Let's work for me.
Well, we didn't know we were coming over here, and well, one of our companions found a place a little ways out, over by one of the really big temple.
Oh yes, yeah. Nice place, good food.
Yeah, so we kind of stopped there first before we figured out where we were going. But we're probably going to be here for at least
while.
a couple days.
Couple
what do you
of
mean
days.
A while?
Oh, the
And her head snaps at Corvus. What do you mean a while?
Imagine
Well,
it being the Canadian South Park right now.
the garrison's paid for your rooms for 2 weeks.
Okay. Means you're okay. I can deal with that.
Feel free to take a seat. Go ahead and use the center table. It should be more comfortable for you, right?
Any place where I have room to.
Yeah, the booths are actually booths. Like, it's benches set against the table.
Booth.
There is no fucking room for you to sit.
She can side sit in them, like go long ways in the.
Wrap around the entire booth and take up the entire table.
Yeah.
And
Center Kanda.
Yeah. And the rest of you, you are able to enter about this point. So Cassiopeia, Corvus, you see the Shire Reeve enter. And Corvus, he fixes you with a stare. Like, there is clear simmering anger at the side of you.
Mm-hmm.
Before his gaze moves from you, gives Cassiopeia a nice little nod. And he moves his way over to the bar.
I'm going to.
I wave nicely at him.
I'm going to exclaim from RG, "Wow, I think this is the biggest tavern I've ever seen!"
And here we go. Bam.
Oh, there's actually a tavern map. Holy crap.
That means
Oh,
we're
no.
going to have a bar brawl.
I was just saying that
I was like,
concerns
oh, no,
me.
there's
There's a
actually a
Oh
tavern.
no,
map.
are there rats in the cellar? I don't like this place already.
Wait.
Oh, you're paranoia.
I have. Oh, never mind. Okay, there's higher up. I'm down in the bottom corner. I'm like, wait, is there just a basement? I'm confused. I'm like, it sounds like this is a lot more intricate. Dally wouldn't just put us in the base. Oh no, rats, problem. And then I went, oh, there's stuff up above. Okay, there you go.
Yeah, Shy Reeve walks up to the counter, and he says, Cantor, these are the folk that be staying with you. So you've already met a couple of them. And Elias nods and goes, yeah, they came in just a bit ago. And
That's a shadow. I thought that was a chair.
as Corvus tries to sit on the floor.
I mean, I don't think the Shy Reaver think less of him.
And
I don't think that's possible.
Exactly.
Tillman hands off a writ to Elias. It's like, these are their... Well, this is the receipt, essentially. But this
I
is
think we
the
can afford
group.
to stay here, Archie. This place is too
I
nice.
can wake up.
The bill's covered, but for a couple of weeks, Brodgren.
Oh, okay. Do I get my own room?
No, you'll be split between a couple of rooms.
Oh,
There's spider webs.
I don't like spider webs.
Right,
One of these days I
right.
want to have my own room.
Adelas and oh shit!
Cassiopeia.
No, I need her second name.
Shod. Is it Steel Shod? Or right, what is
Steel
it?
shod.
There was a still shot. Okay. Adelas, still shot. Need you to sign your venturing papers.
Cassiopeia takes it and actually starts reading.
Yep. This looks very familiar.
Oh, there's a
Carrick is going whole bar wench.
Carrick is walking around. Yes, he is examining all around.
Carrick, stop working for once.
I'm not working.
You're doing this. This is what you've done for years.
Gifton's
Come and
gonna
sit.
climb down RG and start pacing around too, looking up at everything. Wow.
You should always know where you are.
Allie?
Mm-hmm.
Does he have a pen with him, or?
No, he does not, unfortunately.
I look at him. It
Take
has
this
to be
one
an
out.
ink.
Wait.
Corvus.
Cantor, does suppose you have a quill? And Cantor's yeah, 1 second. And he goes beneath the countertop and pulls out a small little ink pot and a quill. Here you go.
And Cassiopeia will actually take it and write her name in very nice flowing Sylvan. And then she'll draw this, what looks like an Omega sign behind it.
He will take that from you, give it a look, give you a sort of like, what the hell? Look.
One of her hosts comes up, or shoot. Steel shot.
Cute. Here's your mark.
You're gonna leave a mark all over the floor now.
He gives you a copper piece. Well, it was a copper piece. It's a pressed copper piece with your name first and then Tarnstead written on it.
Okay. She pockets it.
Let's get your name on this piece of paper.
Picks up the paper and reads it.
Yep. It's very wordy, but it's a lot more free than the military sign up he did.
Cassiopeia, while he's actually reading it, goes, "It's all there. It's all there. It's actually kind of looser than the company's contract."
Yes, not particularly strict with the newer adventurers.
He will continue reading, but then pull out his quill and make his mark.
Right.
Nice
He
sound
just
effect
puts.
there.
Yeah, he takes the piece of paper and just puts your little adventurer's mark down on the table. Right.
Danke.
Right, Cantor, I'll leave them in your hands. Any problems, you know where to find me. And Elias nods and good evening, gentlemen. Pleasant evening.
I'm gonna click
And,
my heels together and pop a salute. Hi, Mr. Tillman!
he actually gives you a very loose little salute in return, and then just waves with 2 fingers and heads on out. Right, okay, folks. Suppose you probably want your rooms, right?
Pretty good.
Okay.
Or drinks? I mean, drinks aren't covered, but first round on the house.
I don't mind buying drinks.
Yep.
I just realized I was muted.
Oh, I muted.
I'm muted.
I look at the barkeep. Can your floors actually handle me?
I don't know.
Have you ever been
the
upstairs,
stone-
Cassiopeia?
Are they stone floors like it's showing?
On the
least
first
the
floor?
floor we're on.
I think the
No,
second floor is what we were worried about.
The first floor is actually woodwork.
Oh.
Wow, that's
I'm actually going to go. Yeah, let's go see.
Oh no! This flooring is
Yeah,
Stone.
That's stone. Yeah.
we over here in Britain. Remember, we have ground floor, then first floor.
oh okay.
Right. Ground,
Yeah.
ground floor is stone. First
Yeah.
floor
Yeah.
is wood.
Wood.
Yeah, basically it's as it appears. It's stone going into wood
Yeah.
as the floor gets towards the kitchen and bar.
Yeah.
And then the first floor, the second, the next floor up is
No, you're right. Yeah.
wood. Yeah.
Just say upper floor.
It's just 2 floors, correct?
It's just
Like-
2 floors.
Can I
And
buy
then
a bowl
basement.
of actually, Dingus? Do you want anything?
What?
Dang it.
Huh?
Well, finally awake.
Oh.
Dingus
Okay,
is-
there's a happy flash of Gifton, and
he's sloshing his way over here now.
he is noticeably podgier in the
Engorged.
belly now. Yeah, he has stuffed himself,
Oh.
and
sweet.
he's flapping down to you is not graceful.
Yep.
Thump.
Yep. All right. I'll pat and go. I could do with a little bit of milk if that's okay. I don't mind paying for it.
Milk? No, it's on the house. Guests here, I suppose. Milk for you? Anyone else?
I could use some milk also, sir.
Certainly. I hope you're not picky. And he heads back into the kitchen to get the milk. And he comes out with his smallest cup, but it's still it's basically the tiny little wine glasses.
Yeah.
One of those. And then he pulls a mug of ale. What about the rest of you? You,
I
Friend
hold up
dwarf?
the ale I have still. I'm good.
I should probably drink.
you should probably drink. You cut out, or is that actually just a statement?
She says I should probably drink juice.
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 Juice. Maybe.
Water.
Juice, milk, water.
I can water down some mead for you.
You could have a weak wine, RG. You've been really good. And you have to celebrate.
Yes, I have wine. Would you like wine?
Do you have a really weak one? Not a lot of alcohol to it. Nothing to get you drunk.
I could water down the wine.
Yeah,
You
could you water
do.
it down?
Which isn't an uncommon practice in this time, so.
Yeah, if you don't
that's
mind
not as hard.
watering it down a little bit, I think that would be okay. Because you've been really
Yeah,
good, RG, and we should celebrate. We just became an adventuring group, and that's the thing.
Certainly. What about you, Mr. He says, looking at Valdia?
Milk would be fine.
Okay, Mr. Milk will be fine. Milk for you as well.
Are you the only one working here, sir?
Yeah, it's just me right now.
Well, we're staying here. If you need some assistance, let me know.
He gives you a humorless smile. It's like, I really don't think that's going to be necessary. Let me get you your drinks. And he goes back to get the milk for Fowler as well. Brings that out in a little cup and pours the rest of your drinks.
Gibson gets a slight frown on her face, and she goes, "What's the matter, mister?"
Oh, nothing. Don't you folks worry. Let's see your keys. And he reaches under the counter and sets down 2 keys. These are for your rooms. I can lead you up to them when you're ready, but please don't rush. Enjoy your drinks.
Gibson's gonna use a dingus conveyance to again fill up on her cup, and she's actually gonna fill one of her water skins with some milk, and then tell Dingus he
that's
got
going
blessed.
to go bad so fast.
Oh, she's gonna drink it tonight.
Okay.
So
That's okay.
Corvus he has his arm brought up with his fist curled in, and he's resting his cheek on his knuckles, and he is passed out. Just eyes closed, mouth slightly open, maybe lightly snoring.
Drooling.
Sure.
Is that what happened when you started drinking, RG?
You have this stern thought, but I actually remember what it was like when I started drinking.
Yes.
Guess that's that one.
How many steps up is it?
How many steps?
She's giving this long look at the stairway.
he actually leans over his counter and like starts to count himself because it's not a question he'd ever really pondered. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 to that bit, and then I guess 14, 15. I don't know.
Okay. Get this going over, like just doing this measurement of can I make this? And then she's like, I'm just gonna ride Dingus up the stairs.
Cassiopeia is actually going to test the stairs.
I'm getting away from the stairs very quickly.
Okay, so how are you testing these stairs, Cass?
Putting one hoof on the stair and then putting a little bit of weight on it and then putting the other hoof up on it and listening.
You put your hoof down and it's okay at first, and then you like put more weight on it to like try and lift the other hoof up for the next step, and there's that audible creak.
She backs down real quick.
Yeah, he looks a little nervous as well.
I don't think that's a good idea.
I mean, the sturdy says.
I'm gonna go over and tap the bottom step with a quick mend.
I mean, it looks completely unharmed when you go there, but you tap it anyway.
Yeah, tap it anyway. Okay.
It's just the joints creaking on the nails.
Maybe just don't dawdle.
I don't want to break his stairs.
I can fix them.
Well, I mean, you know how to fix them if they do break.
Okay, I'm going to try and go up a bit more and put more weight on it.
Creak.
That's a good idea.
And just
Get to the landing.
Get to the landing.
Small river.
Yep. Each step creaks under your weight, but they're holding. The wood isn't particularly flexing or anything. It's just creaking.
It's just letting you know that there's a little bit of strain.
I'm actually audibly. I'm sorry.
We're gonna
You
find out
cannot
this
go
is
sneakily down these stairs, is what we're learning right now.
We're just gonna find out this is the Centaur alert system or the warning system, so that everybody knows Centaur's
I'm gonna try
coming.
and get up to the second floor.
Yeah. Please give me a dexterity saving throw.
You gotta turn on those steps.
Okay. Where did I put my character sheet?
Hopefully in the game.
To the left.
Dexterity saving throw. Come on.
Oh no!
Okay.
Oh.
So you are absolutely fine as the stairs do not give out. and you do not tumble through them, and you just make it up to the second landing with no problem.
But the DM was evil.
I'm gonna give Allie a hug for that one.
But you have a
She's
panic
honestly
attack
kind
on
of-
the way.
Yeah, she is.
Good.
But
She's like, I'm sorry, no place is
Make
ever
a
really
joke,
built
so.
for me. I'm sorry. And she's going up the next flight of stairs.
I don't know if
Well,
I think
no, that's it. You're done.
yeah, you're at the second.
Just up to here, and then up to the landing.
Yeah,
You're
up
done.
there. I guess we should go see our rooms.
Okay. Let me show you to him. And he comes around from the counter and starts to go upstairs.
I will ride Dingus up.
Yeah. And
Head up to.
he takes you. If you look at that, up.
And he steps on the first step and crashes through.
Yeah, he takes you up across the landing, and as a combined weight of all of you up here, it collapses.
I'm taking away this man's only livelihood.
But he leads you over to here, and he points to this doorway and this doorway. He's like, the large room's on the right, smaller room on the left. Make yourselves comfortable, folks.
Since I wasn't over there, which rooms?
Basically, these rooms over here.
The two north rooms.
The two north rooms, okay.
Yeah.
Is there a bath?
There's a bath outside, out back.
Okay, thank you.
Steakhouse.
And I'm going to go diving into the bigger of the two rooms that he pointed out.
Archie's gonna just look and go, oh, I guess that's the girls' room then.
Where the centaur goes, it is now ladies.
Ladies.
Ladies. What time is it okay to come downstairs? I don't want to bother you, Mr. Sir.
I'm.
My name's Gibson.
Please call me Elias.
Hi, Elias.
Any time you want is fine. I tend to be up very early.
Okay, if you need help with anything, let us know, because we don't have anything to do.
I appreciate it, folks, but you know, you guess here. You're staying here. You shouldn't have to do anything.
The last tavern we stayed at, I worked most of the time. Back in Tarnstead, I worked at the tavern.
Yeah. He's a pretty boy, and the girls like to come flirt with him.
Well, if I get a sudden influx of girls looking to come here, perhaps I could hire you on. Yeah.
I think I can help you for don't worry. None of that coming. Of course, the centaur immediately thinks that part.
So, you folks have a good night.
All right.
Thank you.
It was nice meeting you.
It was a pleasant meeting. Oh, the rest of your names. You said Gifton, right?
Yeah, I'm Gifton. Thank you for not making this awkward.
Flies off into the room.
No, not flying off.
I'm just saying, I don't think there's any flying going on right now.
Well, he's the first NPC Gifton has met that didn't sit there and like stare and guffaw and giggle at her. So she's saying thank you for not making this awkward. She means it.
Yeah. I was commenting about Dingus. I'm pretty sure he ain't flying right now.
No, he's sloshing around.
He's like a Komodo dragon that just ate a deer.
And what about who are you? He says to you, Carrick.
My name's Carrick Marsk, sir.
Carrick Marsk. Right.
We're expecting a visitor at some point. I don't know what she looks like. I look over at Carrick. Yeah. He's.
I wasn't sure if you were talking about me or your mother.
I was saying he's.
You don't know what your mom looks like?
He has family coming they might come here looking for him.
Oh, okay. If anyone asks you, I'll let you know.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
What about you, Miss? He says, looking at Cass.
She pokes her head back out. Oh, hi, I'm Cassiopeia.
Cassiopeia. Okay. And you, my elven lady?
I'm Archie Thal.
Okay, Archie. And you can see he's repeating stuff under his breath as he really wants to try and remember these names.
It's really easy to remember Archie's name because it's Archie Thal because she's not very tall.
Right.
If you're looking
That's
for,
nicer than the other one I heard.
I think I had the Shire calling you Adalas.
Yeah, that's Corvus
Corvus.
Adderlass. He's
not liked by the sheriff.
he isn't very well loved by the sheriff right now.
Alright. And you, Mr. Dwarf. Aye.
His name
His
is
name's I.
Valdir Forgehammer, and he would be better manners.
Ah, okay.
No, he needs better manners. I think
Oh,
right now.
okay.
Well-
am I Gifton's kind of looking in the room like she's not sure what she's. RG, where am I gonna sleep?
I was just looking at I mean, I can just sit in the chair over there. I only need to have a place to put my butt.
Well, there's like 4 beds. I'm
I was
just
just
like,
right out. There is 4 beds in that.
and there's
in
like
that
2
one.
people that don't need them in the same room with me.
Yeah, hilariously, the girls who number 2, 3 with the tiny one have
Yeah.
claimed the room with the most beds.
Yes.
Well,
To be fair, there's 3 in each half of this, right? There's 3 boys and 3 girls. It's just the most opulent
You're
beds are in
tiny.
that room.
Yes.
Also, cast BP is huge compared to
Is
everyone.
it okay if I like hook a needle into one of the beds so I can climb up and down it?
Oh yeah, it's fine.
Okay, sorry.
No problem. You folks have a good night.
Great.
And
Good night.
he actually gives a very deep bow before.
I am gonna
Leaving.
give him a very crisp salute because this is what I've learned to do now. I've been watching soldiers.
I'm
oh
going
no,
to,
she's joined the military. I have to excommunicate.
Yep.
Excommunicate. Canonize.
No,
Canon.
excommunicate. I am going to remove her from the Church of Thaldir.
I am
Oh, no.
going to return the bow.
You have a beautiful tavern inn thing, sir.
Thank you, he says as he goes downstairs.
This is a really nice place. I don't really feel like we're good enough to be here. I'm gonna say as I go into the room and I'm gonna start climbing up a bed that I'm gonna assume Archie's helping me with.
It is like sleep time, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. So
I have one matter of business I need to handle before bedtime.
Mhm.
As part of a long rest, I will craft an outfit. So I'm going to
Okay.
grab RG, and since this is still a long rest, I can do that too. I am using some of my silk. I am crafting an outfit for RG. RG, I love you. I hope this
Okay.
turns out not
So
shit.
you spend that 2 hours of air quote watch period from the long rest doing that.
Ooh.
20.
Oh, very nice. Okay. Take a I can't remember the rankings. I'll do that later. Remember that number.
That was actually like the super high number. That's I have it. On
Very
a piece of paper.
fine. Or
Yeah,
opulent.
I think that was like above fine, because fine was 15 to 20, or maybe
Yeah,
it's fine,
okay,
something like that. I'll look.
I can't remember.
I have it on a
We'll
piece
sort
of. I have it on a.
Yeah.
Thing, so I'll look it up.
We'll sort that. Just note down that you rolled a 20 on your check.
I made it for
Um,
RG anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
yeah. Right.
you're saying RG doesn't need.
No, I'm saying it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter for selling value.
So, I see.
But it might give bonuses for checks.
Oh, it might. Okay,
Yeah.
if that's true, then yeah.
I don't know if
You-
it's true or not, but it's an idea.
Okay.
That's what I know
So
about.
you all settle down for your bedtimes. Anything else that needs to be handled?
Was Klopp fully taken care of?
Uh,
I apologize. I did drift out for a moment.
Yeah.
but yes, we'll say that you managed to get Klopp situated. You still got feeds for Klopp and such.
Masterwork.
Thanks.
Masterwork. Okay, you got a masterwork outfit. Right.
Mhm.
Okay. Well, you do that, and you'll settle down for sleep in this new place, and that is where we're going to end
Yay.
As we're all eaten by ghosts.
because Ali is losing it.
That's
No,
right.
You did
Allie,
really good for holding it
very
together as long as you did.
Yeah,
Than
I
I thought.
apologize for any flakiness in this session, but man, I am sick.
Mm-hmm.
No, you did great. And I'm actually going to put it on gift and sheet so we have it for. I have it written down.
everyone take 150 XP. You get a little bit extra because the homeworks.
Yay.
Oh, right.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck.
Some of us were sick and stuff and still did it.
I won't make any excuses. I forgot.
Yeah, see, it's 10 per submission.
That's why we have a page.
Well, I don't
Wait.
have a lot of free time anymore.
We have
okay?
a pre-squire? Damn.
Wait, what?
He said we have a page.
You didn't go with the Sam character joke line.
I considered that, but decided no.
Because we have Gifton instead.
Allie, this is what I had on my paper that I found.
Yeah, I actually have it written down somewhere as well, but
Yeah, but I wrote it on my character sheet now too, so it's there. You like wow,
Wowie
wowie.
zowie.
Was that actually Allie's line?
No, that's what
What?
I think that
Ah.
might have been. It was like wowie
Wow.
zowie. Zippity
oh,
woo.
yeah,
Yeah, it was pretty awesome.
amazing.
I choose
We-
to pronounce it as
we level
wowie
it-
zowie.
2,000 or is it
27.
27? Okay. Oh yeah, that's right. It like weird ramps compared to 3rd edition.
Yep.
Bowie, Bowie.
Wowie zowie.
See,
Zowie.
that's exactly why I've got the David Bowie.
Why do you have David Bowie? Why are you holding on to
Because
David
anything, because some of us just don't want to let go of David Bowie.
Bowie? Okay.
Oh,
See, this was also the thing. Thaudier posted the homework.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
This-
He's gonna
You're
go
not
with me sick.
listening to
Yeah,
things
did.
that I type.
No, well, I didn't register that as like
alright, everybody wrote down
yeah.
the platinum piece I gave out earlier, so
Yes.
we have that.
Yep. Thank you.
As a question.
So you want to go be sick?
Oh. Okay. Does anyone else have the answer to this? Maybe.
Maybe. Ask a question.
4th day of the week. How do you pronounce that?
Turn day? Or Tem day?
No, that's the. Or sorry, 5th day. I can't count.
Oral day?
That's what. Was it oral day
It's
or
oral
is
day.
like?
There's an L. Oral
Okay.
day.
oral
Well, yeah,
day.
but I wasn't sure like letters and going together.
It's definitely
Usually-
not an I.
Yeah. Well, after usually RL, there's usually a verb a vowel after that. So I wasn't sure how to pronounce it.
I've seen stuff of. It's essentially world, but without the W.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oral day. Oral day.
Oral day.
Oral day.
Oral day.
The
Killer
important
day,
thing
Have
is
day.
that.
Have day I like.
All right, so who did we write down the XP? What was it? 100 and something?
It's
18.
1972 now.
No, what was the amount?
150.
150.
160 per session. Okay.
Yeah, same as last time.
All right, and then how much?
I think it
more?
was
1972.
Yeah, I'm right.
Okay. There. I'm just updating that so we have everything set where we need it. I am gonna pick out my bed in this house.
What?
Alright, in the room.
Oh, like in the house?
Yeah,
Oh.
we live here now.
Huh. That's interesting.
I'm choosing. Well, Cassiopeia can't use the
Oh.
big bed, and neither can anybody else. So mine.
Well, I mean,
Wait,
technically,
are we sure
RG
Cassiopeia
can-
doesn't go near the big bed and then fall on her side onto it?
I'm pretty sure that would destroy the
That might
big bed.
be just. That
I will-
fall down. She could theoretically hold her up.
I will point out that technically RG can sit on the bed while
Yeah,
meditating.
but I don't think that
Yeah,
will
but
matter.
there's any bed that I could sit on for that. That's not.
Or the floor?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even though you would have
Oh.
the option of bed.